It's going live on my Facebooks and on YouTube. So,
Ooh, Facebook, yeah. We got
oh
some
yeah,
we
baby.
got some we got some mutuals in common in Facebook that might see this shit. Or might even
Hey.
tell people, hey, you need to go to Facebook right now. There's somebody talking about you.
Oh man, oh man.
Oh,
Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you
I can't even
what's up?
enjoy this Tootsie Pop on live right now.
Enjoy
Hold on.
that sucker, baby. Enjoy
Yeah.
that sucker. Hey,
Hell
what's
no.
going on, people? If y'all tapping in right now, we are live right now on a Sunday afternoon. It's 4:10 here in the great state of Texas, in the wonderful city of San Antonio. And it's me and my boy Hunt. We're gonna be on here live for a minute. I decided I had to come on because honestly, I was gonna go ahead and do this as a video, as a word on the streets. But apparently, I'm late to the game on this. Apparently, this has been out for a couple of days already. Apparently, from what I'm being told, I don't know if it's true or not, but it just popped up on my algorithm. Now, here's the thing. Look, I hope you got your shell toes ready. I hope you got your motherfucking tracksuits on. I hope you got your motherfucking thick ass
Bucket
rope
caps.
chains going.
The bucket caps.
Oh yeah, make sure you get that going. Make sure you got your good old school music going with some jam on it by Nucleus. Bum 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 bum.
The boom box
bum,
that you gotta
bum,
have like
bum.
eight D cell
Yes,
batteries.
sir. Yeah. Oh, dude. Don't. And what's funny is that boombox gave you about 45 minutes to an hour of music. You know the battery started dying because it just started going raw, raw. But hey, check this out. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, man, breakdancing has become an Olympic sport, y'all. Now, I never thought I would see the day that breakdancing would be an Olympic sport because it was a ghetto sport. And it trips me out because right now, I have no idea if anybody won a gold medal, bronze medal, silver medal, or any medal. But I tell you what, I did see a motherfucking woman out there. Australia, y'all need to step up y'all game, chief. That bitch was going. I seen better moves on Curly from motherfucking the
Bro.
Three Stooges when he runs in circles going. Woo, 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 woo.
You know when your kids are younger, they was like, look what I can do.
Mhm.
I'd rather watch that shit all day than that fucking bitch
On a loop.
fucking breakdancing, bro.
I saw this bitch doing some T-Rex move like this. Was she like on a T-move version of Thriller? I don't know. What the
That
fuck
bitch was acting
going
like a kangaroo. She was kangaroo hopping, bunny hopping and shit. Like, what is you doing?
Bro, I went fishing this weekend. And I mean, she looked like a fish out of water flapping. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best motherfucking Australia got to offer. Did the dingo eat your baby? And that was the best y'all had to offer Australia.
Hey, don't bring
You know that
RDJ up
happened
in
to a
this
lady?
motherfucker.
You better cross the lines.
I tripped out though, dog. Like I want to see the whole routine. I can't find the routine
No, you
anywhere.
don't. You don't want
Oh,
to
I do. That
No.
shit looks hilariously classic. And
Now,
now,
here's the
the
deal.
thing. Go ahead.
The routine was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. That was not breakdancing. And I don't care who it was. If anybody would have done a horrible performance like that, the internet would have roasted them.
Mm-hmm.
But you got some fucking King of Spade cucks that was all on the black glizzy in 277 and 582. They was on the black glizzy, right? They was all black glizzy. Now all of a sudden want to talk about like, oh, you're racist because you post videos of this woman making fun of her. And so to the King of Spades that was on the black glizzies in 277 and 582, right? That you just had to, oh God, there's a black glizzy. Let me go ahead and get on it. You're fucking
You know
idiot.
what's funny is without saying any names, I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know where that it's not even a shot fired. That's a motherfucking cannon
Yeah, that's a
fired.
that's a one of that's a
That's a
one of
Killer
what's it?
Junior.
That's an Alpha 6. It's not even that's an Alpha 6, not even an Alpha 7, man. I'm not. It's a matter of fact, it's a 777.
It's full. Well, you know, it's a trip. I mean, if people want to make it about race, that's fucking retarded. Let's be real. Look, the best fucking break dancers out in the world. I don't know if who won first, second, or third. But I guarantee you there had to be a Filipino in there. Because if y'all ain't never seen those Filipino B-boys, them motherfuckers be, bro.
Yeah, they do. But I would venture to say that either it would be a toss-up between the Philippines or somebody from the Bronx.
Where it originated from, yeah.
It would have to be somebody from the Philippines or the Bronx. Now, if the USA had a dude from the Bronx in that motherfucker, what? Then it would be a battle. That is a battle that I would love to see. A Filipino cat from somebody from the Bronx.
Yo,
now
Filipinos are known for two things. Filipinos are known for two things, all right? Being nurses, being motherfucking nurses at the hospital, and motherfucking breakdancing, all right? Now, you could throw in there being juicy girls in Korea, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, that was their version of Thriller for real, man. It was like, yo, this has to be the most vanilla Thriller I've ever seen in my life. This is the only I sprinkle salt on my meat and it's too spicy version of Thriller. Bro, breakdancing.
You know what? I'm looking. I swear to God, I'm looking for stuff. But hold on, why is my son
the
outside?
internet took it down. Like they were like, "Yo, fuck this shit. We cannot allow this shit to fucking be. We can't do it. This is just horrible."
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it was on one of my platforms that I posted it. It was the dude trying to do a high jump from New Zealand. This motherfucker jumped under the bar. He didn't even try to jump over the bar. This motherfucker jumped under the bar. And it's like, what the fuck? I would hate for the glizzy globular fucking king of space to see this shit. And he would think that people are picking on somebody that's fucking white.
Keep talking to the fellas right now because I got somebody at the door.
Yeah. So here's the honest to God deal, people. For whatever reason, we don't know because we live in America, right? We don't know what other countries, what their standard is to be able to put somebody in the Olympics, right? And we see that all the time. Like we will put forth figure skaters, right? Well, I'm talking about the Winter Olympics now. We'll put forth our best figure skaters, but traditionally, and I know people are gonna say doping scandals or whatever, but Russia would kill us in fucking figure skating. There's just some sports that like Americans suck at. It just is what it is. And then there's some sports that we excel at. You can look at, matter of fact, you can take Sha'Carri Richards, right?
God.
She didn't play. She had a silver medal in the women's 100, but she is a fucking animal. It just is what it is. The woman that ran against her was a hell of a lot better.
Shit,
you know
son.
What I'm saying?
Hey, what's up? Just subscribe, hit a like, and looking forward to supporting here the way you support Dubs and Gun. No doubt. Hey, shout out. Thank you, 818. I appreciate you, Zane Cruz. Thank you for being in here. Hey, y'all, we getting lit right now. If y'all never met my homeboy here, Lee Hunt. Lee Hunt is somebody I served with in the Army 20 years ago. Can you believe that shit? Almost 20 fucking years. Believe it or not, I know he looks like he's 20-year-old, but that's because black don't crack.
And I say, but yeah,
I'll
actually be 42 next month.
God damn, 42, dog.
Yeah, 42 next month. And motherfuckers still like, there's no way you're 42. Yes, I'm 40.
For real.
My son was even like, you look like a teenager without your beard.
Damn. Yeah, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. When you took the beard and facial hair off, you look like a whole younger person, man. You look like a whole younger person. So let's go ahead and go back at it. Hold on. I miss the days when you could just sit and insult someone without a tongue twister. Why can't we just call someone a cocksucker on it all day? But that's just me. Oh, bro. Yeah, that's all we do. Baby, we do it. I mean, we just got to know. We know that there's lines that we don't cross, but we're habitual line steppers. You know what I'm saying?
I will get close to that line.
Right.
Now, if the person that I have to insult, if they push me over that line, that's a them problem. That now becomes a them problem.
Facts.
Yeah, I'll be 42 next month.
Yeah, man. My boy right here, he is the true, what is it? Black don't crack. But you know why it don't crack? It don't crack, but it get ashy. If those motherfuckers don't put that cocoa butter on, it will get ashy.
Matter of fact, that's exactly what I told you I was going to be out the door. I was like, let me get this cocoa butter.
Don't want to be like Ash Larry up in this bitch. But hey, check it out, fellas. Hey, Zane, 818, thank y'all for being in here. I got a quick question for y'all. If somebody is picking on the Australian dancer, break dancer that she was doing, is it racist that we're calling her out because her shit sucked? Or is it just that she sucked, y'all? I hate not being centered. Oh, that's the wrong way. All right. I think I'm centered now. All right, what they say, keep up on the grind. I'll be checking for your content out this week. All right, cool beans, dog. Hey, I'm always out there. I appreciate it. Make sure you comment. And big dog, we'll get engaged in there. You ever want to come on the podcast and interview and shoot the shit? Hit me up. I'll bring you up on here, big dog. No big deals. What's this next? Hold up, Gunline. Don't change the subject. Bro, you look like you are my age. I'm 25. God damn.
Yeah.
I know he talking about me.
No, whole fucking, like, my oldest is 18, but anyway. But yeah, man, like,
shit,
so, yes, she sucked. That's the deal, 818. So, 818, you can realize she sucked, right? So, I mean, in today's era, we can laugh and joke about people, and I understand how people's feelings get hurt and they're fragile. At the same time, she set herself up for failure, right? But if there's, we know that the internet is unforgiving and undefeated, and the internet is gonna make memes. So we post a meme about this shit. It like, for people to be like, oh, you're only picking on her because she's white. You wouldn't do this to a black person. Well, I would. Well, statistically speaking, a black person is gonna have a little bit more rhythm than what the fuck we seen this fucking kangaroo hopping dingo ate my baby heifer came up there with. Like, fuck out of here.
Shit. You know what's funny is, I mean, if it would have been a black person that was doing this on breakdancing, woo, son.
Even black people would have clowned that person. Black people would have clowned the fuck out of that person. Like, it's fucking crazy.
For example, with Carlton, it ain't unusual to me. Everybody clown that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
everybody was on that shit. And you know what is crazy? People still do that shit today too. I will bust out the Carlton in a heartbeat.
Bro, I'm sorry. I gotta find a way to share this shit for some of y'all, because I haven't seen all of it. But I mean, what I have seen is enough of it. And I'm trying to find something, and it's bugging me that I can't find it, man. I don't know. Am I being motherfucking taken away from being able to clown on these people?
It's bad, bro. You may not find it all, but it's bad. Trust me. She was doing a little bunny hop. It was just fucking horrible.
Bro, let's see what we get here. All right. So what's this?
I'm so glad I got
ready for some Olympic drama. Let's talk about B-Girl Raygun's wild ride. B-Girl Raygun, a 36-year-old professor from Australia, just made headlines. Competing in the Olympic breaking event, she brought her own
30. Pause 1 second. Pause 1 second.
Track pants and a polo shirt. Raygun faced off against 21-year-old Logitech.
This motherfucker is 36 years old, and you mean to tell me her grown ass didn't know better than that shit?
Breakdancing to me is an element of hip hop, and hip hop was founded in America, so it may sound wrong to someone, but it's a product of America. Consider itself racism is just criticism.
Bro, yeah. Well, that's the thing, though, Cruz. We have this like fucking. Well, there's this salty ass motherfucker, right?
I was hella excited for the breakdance.
Like, this motherfucker didn't know who the fuck he was. It took him till he was almost 40 to know who the fuck he was. He's like 39 right now, right? And like I said, he's a glizzy gobbler. Like,
that math ain't mathing, fool. It took him till he was 40, but he's 39.
Yeah, I said almost 40. I said I said it took him till he's almost 40, right?
Oh shit.
So like, he's like was always on anybody that was black, glizzy in the units where we in. And now like he don't move to like Mountain Mama, country roads, take me home. So this motherfucker moved out there, and all of a sudden he finally found himself at the damn near ripe old age of 40. And it's like, bro, the fuck are you doing with your life?
Oh man. And I don't know if he's watching us or if he will watch this later on, if he knows who it is. 9 times out of 10, dog, if you think it's you, most likely it is. You know what I'm saying?
You know it is him. And you know what? I wouldn't even have beef with this fucking cocksucker, with this king of spades, if this fucker didn't come on my page and have the audacity to tell me if I don't like the country, leave it. So like, I was like, nah, motherfucker, I got to make your life live in hell right now. Like, I'm going to fucking do everything in my power just to make your life live in hell.
It just trips me out. I mean, like, where is our look? Whatever happened to be able to have a conversation, disagree with each other, fucking yell at each other, but at the end be like, you just dumb, or I just don't agree with you. Your shit's stupid. And that's
I don't agree with you on that point. Me and what y'all don't understand, me and Lopez, it just seemed like if y'all watch some of our old shit, you would think like we hate each other. We're just going back and forth with each other. And as soon as the fucking shit stopped rolling, guess what? We're on FaceTime. Yeah, man, that was a good fucking podcast. So what do you think about
right.
the third? You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit. Luckily, I didn't have to watch it at work. We only saw the medal matches, and that's what's up, Lee. Let's bring back traditional cuss words. What are traditional cuss words? Did I miss something?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't listen. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
See, there you go. But hey, here's a trip though. Like, I mean, shit. Yeah, like Hunt was just saying just now, man. Like, we would get into like, fuck it. You think we're gonna be going fisticuffs here in a second, and then afterwards we hang up, be like, hey man, that shit was tight as fuck. Dog, we gotta do that shit again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's just what I mean. And now that we're talking about this fucking glizzy shit, glizzy, I'm assuming is a black word that sprung up somewhere. What the fuck is a glizzy? Why are they calling?
Because it's like when you eat the hot dog, the foot long hot dog, and it's like that's a glizzy. And then you're putting it to your mouth and you're eating the glizzy, and somebody's like, damn, you gobbling that glizzy. And it's like, yo, you just like you can't eat you can't eat a hot dog like you normally would. You gotta break the hot dog apart and eat the damn hot dog, man. You can't just be seen mouth all wide open, putting a hot dog in your mouth. No.
No Diddy on that shit, I guess, huh? I don't know, dog. I mean, I just never understood what they call it a glizzy. Like, I heard I started hearing that, like, I think last year or the year before, people calling a hot dog. And I'm like, what the fuck is a glizzy? It's a fucking hot dog.
It's a glizzy.
Like, you can't call a hot dog a hot dog? I mean, damn. What is it? Look, man, first of all, also, we're too old to be trying to stay up with all these fucking
these new words. Listen, I'll go to the Urban Dictionary and type in the shit in a heartbeat and be like, oh, that's what that means.
Nah, I'm good. I ain't trying to be like that, because then my kids will be like, you can't be saying that. Don't say that again. Like I said, slay. And my daughter looking like, don't ever say that again. Like, all right.
I do it all the time. Yeah.
I grew up knowing a glizzy as a Glock. So when I first heard glizzy gobbler, I thought people were being suicidal.
Oh my God. No. They're not trying to suck start that pistol. They're trying to suck start something else.
For real. I've heard of suck starting a shotgun, but not damn. That's some new shit right there, big dog.
Yeah. They're trying to suck start something else, though. I don't know what they're doing.
So let's see. What else has been going on out there? You know what? I'm going to tell you something right now, Hunt. I'm going to talk to you about some personal shit, all right? To the people that are watching, I'm going to talk some personal shit right now. So over the weekend, I was supposed to go camping, all right? I wasn't supposed to be back till today. But first of all, even if you're in a camper, camping out in Texas is demanding, y'all. It's fucking demanding, because it's over 100 degrees out here, and even the water in the lake was fucking warm. Nice. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it was like hot tub warm, but it was warm. You know what I mean? Nice. And it was cool and all, but what I don't understand here, Hunt, is I take my kids out and they don't go outside the camper to go meet other kids and go have fun with other kids. They rather just stay inside and not do shit. You know what I mean?
Well, this heat ain't the heat that we grew up in. Like, this is a different type of heat. I don't even want to be out in this heat. Like, I made sure I got up early this morning and detailed the fuck out of my car. Like, it took me like an hour and a half to detail the fuck out of my car, because I ain't trying to be out here in this heat. Catch it? What? No, listen. I could take the heat because of the heat that we were in.
Yeah.
In gear and out of gear, just being in that heat and having to walk to the chow hall. So I could take the heat, but do I want to be a part of that heat?
Now, I get that. I mean, we have been through a lot. We've been through situations where it's a lot hotter than it is right now and in full kit, right? But I mean, it's not like we did that shit by choice. It's not like we had a choice on, hey, you can stay inside or you can go outside on these missions. However, I will say this. I would have, when I was younger, around my kids' ages, I would go to Griffith Park out there in LA. We have a place called Griffith Park, and that's where we would all go on the weekends, like family-wise, and grill out or whatever. And there would be other kids and parents having barbecues and, grilling shit up, right? Well, 9 times out of 10, me and my nephew Dago, I'm sure you grew up, remember him. Yeah. We would go to other kids' birthday parties and just link up with them and play with them and hit the piñatas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, with that, it was like, now these kids nowadays, they don't even want to get out their fucking trailer. I didn't have a trailer. Exactly. 100%. They're stuck on their fucking technology. And if, God forbid, the internet goes down like it did last week for an hour, they were fucking lost in the sauce without knowing what to do. To me, it reminds me of probably what happened with that one bitch, Jessica Lynch, when she didn't know how to read a map and they made a wrong turn.
So it wasn't her.
And then she ended up becoming a POW.
The one guiding it. It was her people that were doing it.
Yeah. Hey, Gunline, what is you and Lee's experience? What was the hottest deployment you had to go? Ooh, wee. Go ahead. Hey, you go first this one, dog. You got this one.
Bro, I don't know the exact temperature. Like I know 06 was hot. We had a dude, Carter, who clocked it at like 130. So
130 on the
hot.
fucking thermometer.
Yeah, that was hot.
I'll be right back. I need water.
Yeah, that shit was hot, man. Like, so once again, man, I got to toot my own horn and pat myself on the back, but I was in the initial invasion of Iraq, right? So in 2003, I deployed with the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, 2nd 320th Field Artillery Regiment. We supported we were Bastogne Brigade, the best brigade in the United States Army. First Brigade.
God, I heard you say the best. I mean, you're talking about 100 and worse.
Air Assault Division, Airborne Division Air Assault. But yeah, so it was hot then. My last deployment was pretty hot too. The 2010, 2011 deployment. That shit was pretty hot too. Like, we would coordinate, and like if you missed either breakfast, lunch, or dinner, child, hey, listen, it was just up, man. Because we were like we knew the bus schedule, so we knew, okay, we need to hurry up and get to them buses so we're not waiting too late, and so we're not out there in that fucking heat.
So, with that said, I will say this. 06, 07, we were together. 05, 06, we were together in Baghdad. And Carter, one of the guys that we were in Iraq with, he has a picture of him with a thermostat. And it shows, the Flavor Flav, and it shows 130 degrees on that bitch. It was hot as fuck. Now, I want you to know this. We had up-armored Humvees. They were called the 1114s. And the thing that was supposed to be cool about these things was that it came with air conditioners. It had 2 little fans in the back and everything. But guess what the kicker is about that? Once it reached like a 105 or 110, the air conditioner didn't work anymore. It just blew out hot air. So the fan was just blowing out hot air, homie. You were getting shit about that. And also, on top of all the 130, we had all this gear on top. So basically, you could tell who was out working on mission, because when we would get back from mission, we would have a look like cook whites from your saltiness of all the sweat. Your uniform was no longer the ACU pattern, which is like bluish. It was fucking white from all the dry sweat. So that was my hottest. And then in 2010, 2011, what he's talking about, he actually replaced my unit out in Mosul. And the funny thing about that is when he's talking about the bus schedule, yes, there were buses that we had. We had little mini buses that the Hajis would run in. They would take you from one point in, because our FOBs were huge out there. Marez was big. It was 2 FOBs in one. You had Camp Diamond or FOB Diamondback and FOB Marez together was an airfield. And you would get the bus schedule, take you to the DFAC, which is the dining facility, or the gym, or the MWR. All right. So what is the next question is, hey, did you run into any Guam guys during OIF? Guamanians.
No, I don't think we ever ran into any Guamanians out of all the ones I deployed with. I remember there were some beautiful ass Ethiopian women in the motherfucking PX though. Those motherfuckers beautiful as shit. I was like, hey man, y'all want to come to the States?
I want to say one of my smokes was a fucking was Guamanian. And he was from Guam. Is that one of those Micronesian islands?
It's around there.
Cause I know we had one. All right, boys. All right, men. That's what he's always say. All right, men. I can't remember his name. He was my platoon sergeant. And god damn, he was an islander. I'll have to reach out to one of my homies. He was an islander, and I can't remember where he was from, but he was calm and cool as shit. I'll tell you one thing about the Guamanians, about all those islander fellas. You don't fuck with islanders. All right. One thing I learned in the military, and if you guys have ever gone to see Dubs or Dubs ass TV, he was an inmate for 24 years, or he was in prison for 24 years, and then so was the homeboy Gunner from Gunner's Collective. He was locked up for some time too. If you ever hear him talk about Usos or Usos or Islanders, one thing that they all have in common is you rather be their best friend than an enemy, because Islanders are very, very great, friendly, humble people. Till the minute you step on their toes or do something to piss them off, Islanders will beat the dog shit out of you,
like Samoans,
at the drop of a hat.
They're like Samoans, friendly as
fuck.
Bro.
All the Islanders like that.
But hey, listen, Go ahead and act stupid with them motherfuckers. Like I know all the Samoans. I know all the best Samoans. I know all the best.
They're the
Samoans.
greatest people. Always the
They're so
greatest.
great. They're very talented. I know them well.
Nobody knows the Samoans like I know the Samoans.
Nobody is loved by Samoans like I'm loved by Samoans. Okay, they all love me. They love me. They love me. But yeah,
Are the women overseas really attracted to his military? Oh, I'll say this: in Germany, there's a specific type of American soldier that they like, and I'll tell you this: it's not my tone.
And they want some of that Texas Longhorn, baby. Punching meat up in them.
I'll say this: yeah, in Germany, for some reason, they love them some brothers. I mean,
because
they didn't like the Jews very much.
World War II set it off. After World War II, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, motherfuckers got to move around. Hey, they had them motherfucking
the original passport bros.
Yeah, had them punching that meat up in them and they didn't know what to do. Hey, it was over from there.
I don't know, man. But I'll tell you what, in Korea.
No, I didn't. I never went to Germany. I wanted to go to Germany. I wanted to get stationed. So I wanted to get stationed in Germany, Korea, or Hawaii. I never wanted to get stationed at Fort Campbell. Like coming out of basic, I never did. I was like, fuck that. I'm afraid of heights. I definitely don't have airborne in my contract. Don't send me to Fort Campbell. And I remember,
hold up. Go ahead.
I remember Drill Sergeant Dinger. Oh, no. I'm dead ass. I talked all that shit, but don't get it twisted. I fucking hate heights. I talked all that shit because I got my wings. After I got them wings, I talked shit. But fucking, I remember
this motherfucker talking about how he's part of the 101st Airborne Division, number one, but won't jump out of an airplane.
Scared to death. No, I would if I had to. I remember like we were in the Bay for some reason, and a lot of people had already got their assignments, but there's a couple of us that didn't. And I guess I don't know why the fuck Drill Sergeant Dinger knew I wanted to go to Korea, but he knew I wanted to go to Korea bad as fuck. He was like, "Hunt, you got Korea." I was like, "Yes." He was like, "Ha, you're going to fucking air assault. I hope you're ready to ruck." And I said, "What?" I said, "God damn it, man." So wound up going to the 101st, and it was the best thing I ever did, man, because like I said, deployed with them in March 2003, March 3rd, which was a Sunday actually of 2003. And I got back March 6th of 2004 because I was on supercargo. But it was fucking great, man. I'm glad I got to do it because I got to show up to my next unit already having a deployment patch and having my little chest candy, my air assault wings, and looking down at all the privates, telling them they ain't shit.
Oh, he said that a lot to me, just so y'all know. Just so y'all know, he would always be like, what's going on there? Air assault.
Yeah. I was like, coming, singing.
Fucking little. And he was a specialist at the time. All right. But here's how the discipline was back then, though. I was a private, know nothing on my collar, and he was a specialist. And that to me meant that he outranked me. So I would still go to parade rest because that's how we came out of basic training. You know, we knew that we had to respect the rank. But speaking of this, since we're talking military right now, you know where I'm going to go. We are going to talk about it right now.
Real quick, before you do, funny story.
Oh, okay.
There's a first sergeant that's out in Colorado right now by the name of, well, his first name starts with a J. His last name starts with the R. My knees are horrible, but pause. And he looked like Woody. They wrote Woody on his shit. So you know how.
Oh, our homie. Yeah.
So fucking, he was telling his soldiers about stories about Corporal Hunt. And then he was like, man, I remember this one time, right? Goddamn, Corporal Hunt was telling everybody to pick up cigarette butts. And keep in mind, like, I was a specialist before. We went out and cleaned and we partied or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I remember you telling us to pick these fucking. He's like, I remember you telling us to pick up cigarette butts. And he's like, I didn't smoke. And he's like, I didn't do it. So he's like, man, you went inside. You told those other NCOs and everybody came outside. He said all them fucking NCOs came outside and got in my ass. And he was like, and you know what? Later that night, we went out and partied again. He said, he said that let me know right then it's all about business. It's not, it is. You know, I can't take shit personal. So I was wrong maybe for still partying with them in a sense. But the fact that he understood, like, hey, listen, man, it's not personal, it's business.
But here's the thing, though, Hunt. In Korea, we're so isolated up there. When I was in Camp Hobi, Korea, which is one of the highest far north camps you can be at before you're at the DMZ, which is right next to North Korea. And the thing was, like, it was just us. It was 1st 15th Field Artillery, 4th 7th Cavalry, just all a bunch of combat units ready to fucking go at it with North Korea should they ever decide to, make shit pop. But here's the thing. It was a small camp, and we had a small ville, which is where you go and party. And we would run into each other out there, and we had no choice but to party together and, have fun, have some drinks, and kick back. And the thing was, though, we had to understand that come Monday, it was all fucking back to business. And so there was an understanding there, like, hey, during this time, we're out there partying, we're having a good time, but there's still like a fine line you don't cross. You know what I mean? And then back to work on Monday. Hey, just because, me and you were smoking and joking earlier, don't mean you ain't going to do what the fuck I'm telling you to do. But along with that goes, it depends on your presentation, how you project yourself. I'll give you another example. There was one specific sergeant that I would know that I would never, ever, 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 ever party with. And his name was Sergeant Roycroft. And this piece of shit motherfucker that had his wife ran up through with everybody named Mama, he is definitely the type that he looked out for himself only. He was the original IED hunter. Roycroft. He was a white boy, glasses. He's the one that said that the reason that he wasn't a gunner was because he was white and Tank was black. So that's why he had PJ as the gunner and not him. He was my ATC. And then Tank fired him that weekend. We went to a field problem, and he started acting like a bitch. So me and Holguin went up to Chief and we're like, hey, Chief, we got to get rid of Roycroft. He ain't no good to us. So he said, all right, I'll take care of it. So Monday morning at formation, he's like, hey, Roycroft, you're going to ammo section. We were the only fucking cat crew that was run by fucking specialists in a PFC. That's it. Because it was Holguin as the ATC, McConnell was the driver, and I was the ammo humper.
Fucking right or wrong.
We made it happen, though, dog. We made it happen.
But I know maybe the people in the chat, they can. There's something I want to talk about because remember I told you about that problem with my battery. Yeah, I'm on like 20%, but
let's do it.
We should be able to. One thing that because of the whole JD Vance thing, and this was going to lead into what you were talking about. If I'm not
That's what I want to talk about next.
What I don't like is a lot of people don't understand the way military shit is. Now, here, full disclosure, I am proud to say that I was a platoon sergeant. Was I ever a sergeant first class? Fuck no. But guess what? I was a platoon sergeant, first sergeant Moriarty. Told the sergeant major, I don't care how many sergeant first classes are here, Hunt is going to be my fucking platoon sergeant. And I was a goddamn platoon sergeant, right? I know motherfuckers, and this is what I hate to my soul, and it's going to seem like I'm being fucking bitter, jealous, or whatever. I know motherfuckers that they were E5 when we deployed in 2008. Mm-hmm. They worked in S1. They got a battlefield promotion to staff sergeant. Meanwhile, there were sergeants going out on those missions when we were in Balad and even in Toledo. Sergeants going on those missions on the road that didn't get that battlefield promotion to staff sergeant because they were in the field. They were outside the fucking wire. This motherfucker took a promotion, a battlefield promotion from somebody that deserved it.
That earned it.
That deserved it and earned it. Wind up going ahead and getting battlefield promoted to staff sergeant. Then went to sergeant first class, then master sergeant. And on the same deployment, for some reason, this motherfucker got a cab, even though because we had incoming on the fob. And it's like, yo, this is the shit that people should be mad at. Now that dude did serve. He was a sergeant major. He did not finish his requirements to keep that rank.
Right.
And so for them to say he lied about it is not true. But he did have it. He served as a sergeant major, but he did not meet the full requirements.
But he said he retired as a sergeant major.
Okay, so yeah, then we can talk about that. But for people to say that he just flat that he was never a sergeant major is bullshit.
Okay, he was in a sergeant major position. He was getting sergeant major's pay. He had to fulfill his responsibilities, and all the timeline led up for him to attain and retire the command sergeant major was till 2007. That's how it went out. That's why, honestly, that's the thing I'm pissed off about on him. Okay, so for those that don't know what we're talking about, all right. Oh shit, here we go. Roland's here. Let's see. Oh shit, I'm late again. No, you're good, Roland. You just paid it on time, baby.
Well, hold up.
So check it out.
I got about 17%. I got 17% battery life. So
shit. All right, hey, then you better go find yourself some shit to connect back into.
I don't know where my
go back to that.
like I may have to go back to my room and on the side of my bed where my fucking bed charger's at.
Go back to the no Diddy room. But
Yeah,
check this out. All right, so
Triple
here
D.
we go, y'all. Here we go. All right. Command Sergeant Major Vance. That's what I'm not Vance. Command Sergeant Major, what's his name? Walls to the Walls. All right, so Walls. He was a Command Sergeant Major in position. He was frocked. Frocked meaning that they gave him the position. However, he did have to fulfill some responsibilities in order to maintain that shit. All right, to maintain that rank. Okay. What ended up happening was that when he found out they were slated to go out to Iraq, that motherfucker said, "Nah, I'm out." And he chucked. Yes, he did.
No,
yes,
he actually put
did.
in his shit before.
How far before?
Like 2 months before they came in on orders. Because this is the thing and this is coming from people that were in his unit.
Go ahead.
He had already talked about wanting to be a member of Congress.
And did you know you can serve in Congress and be in the military?
Yes, you can. And this is what he told them.
Gabbard.
This is what he told them. He said, I don't think it would be fair for them to try to pull me away from y'all and because of my duties to Congress. So he had already 2 months prior to them even coming on orders, it was like, you know what? I'm going to drop my shit.
Bro, that's not, bro, we all know retirement does not work like that.
No. It's not automatic. No, if I'm saying I'm dropping it 2 months prior, okay, here's my packet. I dropped it. It is what it is.
How you gonna do that when you already told your brigade sergeant major, you already told them that, hey, I'm gonna be rolling with y'all, and then you fucking go above him to get signatures to not deploy. No, look, at the end of the day, he's a bitch-made coward in my eyes. All right. Now, everybody wants to compare Trump. I'm not talking about Trump, though. I'm talking about him. Trump never signed up to go out because he had bone spurs. He was a bitch. I'm not saying that Trump wasn't a bitch. He didn't go to Nam. Got it. But what I'm saying is this guy had made a commitment on paper to his unit as well that he was going to deploy. And that, he was all in it till 2007 when there wasn't no deployment coming, right? He was in it to stay till 2007. But as soon as he hears that they're getting ready to go, he said, you know what? I'm good retiring as an E8. I've done enough time. I'm going to get the fuck out. I deployed in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. Bitch, you were in Vicenza, Italy. That's like me saying I deployed to fucking in defense of OIF because I went to train in NTC.
Because I went the
fuck out of here.
Because I stayed the whole deployment in Kuwait. But
Donnie, there's motherfuckers out there that want to wear combat patches for going to Kuwait. Are you fucking for real? That's why I think the Army needs to do away with combat patches completely.
In general,
get away with all that. Honestly, because what it does, it promotes fucking dick measuring contests.
You know what I mean? Poor leadership. People think that just because you deployed, that you're supposed to be a great leader. And a deployment patch, one deployment doesn't make you a great leader. We know people that deployed, and people would say about me, fuck it. We know people that deployed that were not good leaders. They just weren't.
At all. There's people that achieve certain ranks that have no reason to have that rank. And I don't know how the Nasty Girl system works, but 24 years in the Nasty Girls is equivalent to maybe 4 years active duty. Let's be fucking real.
No, it's
Let's
not.
be fucking real.
No,
Bullshit.
actually, 24 years is roughly 20 years. It's roughly 20
Bullshit.
years.
Bullshit. Dog, you go 1 week in the month, 1 week a year.
No,
right?
It's equivalent to. Because that's the thing, though. The way they do their shit is different from ours. So that's what we have to realize. Their time is a whole lot different from ours. How they calculate all that shit is a whole lot different.
How do they calculate federal active duty service compared to National Guard service?
That, like I said, it's a lot different in the calculation.
I'm saying, how many days active do you think, how many days do they actually work in the Nasty Girls versus active duty? And I think somebody did the mathematics. The math ain't math. And I don't know if it was an Asian, because if it was an Asian, they got it right. It was equivalent to like 500 days or something like that. I'm just saying. The math.
At the end of the day, I don't like. I think that JD Vance.
I don't care about JD Vance. I'm not talking about JD Vance, though. I'm talking about Waltz. As far as JD Vance goes, I don't care about it. I mean, he was a combat correspondent. Whoop-de-doo. You were my PAO. That's what JD Vance was. He snapped pictures.
That's the thing,
so
though.
The only thing he shot was his camera.
When it comes, that's the thing, though. This is why I'm finna sound like a piece of shit or whatever. But when it comes to shit like that, right? I'm not one of them. I'm not a vet, bro. right? But like,
I am.
okay, dude, you were not combat arms. I got it. I don't know. Like, who the fuck are you to criticize somebody or some shit when all the fuck you did was pretty much stay on the goddamn farm? And I can say, well, you know, at least he went. But dude, calm the fuck down. You wrote about what better men were doing.
I don't know what he did though while he was out there in Iraq. I don't know. But you know what he didn't do? He didn't say, nah, I don't want to go.
Yeah. Like
I'm just saying, he didn't say that. The other fool said, I'm not going. I'm not going.
The facts are the facts. He put
exactly the facts are the facts, and the fact that he bitched out and ran.
Paperwork prior to the orders coming down.
He could still serve as a congressman and fucking nasty girls or reserves. Tulsi fucking Gabbard has done it. Tulsi has deployed.
And once again, when he said that he thought his thoughts, when you have people in the unit saying, no, this was his thought process. It's not fair for him to do this when, you know, he would have to serve his term in Congress while everybody's doing that. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead, drop my retirement package and focus on this. You really believe
that bullshit? That's equivalent to him saying they're using the same type of weapons I used when I was in war.
Yeah, so that was, I'm not going to say that shit. Like, yeah, I got it. That was stupid of him to say that when he didn't go. So you got me right there. So once again, if I can understand that, I'd be like, dude, that's stupid of you to say that. But I understand that you also it was factual that you lied when you said that you used these weapons in war. That was factual, right? It is factual that you dropped your paperwork 2 months prior. Both of these things are facts.
So what I need y'all to do, y'all need to go see Angry Cop, all right, on YouTube. This motherfucker has it down, timeline broken down. Angry Cops on YouTube. Go check out his channel. And he has the whole timeline where the math is mathing correctly as to where he became a bitch. Now, I will disagree with one thing. I might not like the motherfucker. I love my 13 Bravo field artillerymen, all right? I'm a 13 Bravo, Hunt's a 13 Bravo. We cannon cockers hold ourselves to a higher regard than every other MOS. So when I hear a bitch-made motherfucker like this claim to be a 13 Bravo and make us look bad like this, I don't like that. However, I will say this. Where was I going with this, Hunt? God damn it. Oh, this motherfucker says that this motherfucker is saying that he couldn't deploy. I mean, he was willing to deal he was going to do to 2007 when everything lined up for him to retire Command Sergeant Major. Everything lined up for him. He had to finish his schooling. It took 2 years back then, and he would have been done from 05 to 07 at Command Sergeant Major Academy. Everything was aligned for him. But when he saw, hey, we got the notice, whatever the fuck it was, not the warrant, but anywho, when he found out they were getting ready to go, he was like, yeah, I'm chucking my deuces, y'all. I ain't going with y'all. True. To me, that's bitch made. Just imagine, I couldn't imagine any of my sergeant majors. I could not imagine any of my sergeant majors that I was under be bitch made like that. I can't imagine any of my first sergeants be bitch made like that.
First Sergeant Fordham was bitch made. Now that's
I didn't have him like that. I said I had First Sergeant Brenton. I couldn't imagine First Sergeant Brenton ever fucking ranking out like that. I couldn't imagine my First Sergeant Neely bitching out like that. I couldn't imagine any of my other First Sergeants that I can't remember right now because First Sergeant Amaral, First Sergeant Levine, I could see him doing that shit. Oh, did you ever know a Levine by any chance? No, he was a fister though. Never mind.
If he was an air assault instructor, he was a tall white guy. He probably was the motherfucker that bullshitted and kicked me out of fucking air assault school the first time.
No, this fool wasn't tall. He was shorter than me. Hey guys, unrelated.
I can see people bitching up like that because we had a first sergeant who deployed to fucking Desert Storm. Like this was the only motherfucker. He was the only motherfucker prior in 2000. I got to Fort Campbell in 2002, right? November 2002. He had a Screaming Eagle patch on. He deployed with the 101st during Desert Storm.
Right.
There was an incident that happened over there while we had to guard Jaguar north and south, right? And so half of the battery was at north, half the battery was at south, right? So north we were just out there where the Haas, the ammunition Haas, they were everywhere. As far as the eye could see, there was nothing but ammunition storing areas. And there was nothing but fucking ammo all on the ground anyway. And it was the same over at south. But south had a CP. So that's where headquarters was at. You know, maybe there was another platoon with headquarters. The first night that shit blew up, man, that shit was crazy. because it was pitch black. There's no light in the middle of nowhere in the midst of the desert of Iraq. So the shit's blowing up, and like the explosion was so bright you could see ants crawling around at night. This motherfucker was like,
damn.
Yeah, like, and remember, both of these areas, north and south, they're surrounded by these hosps that are full with ammo to the top, and they got ammo laid out everywhere. And fucking, like I said, South shit blew up. It was blowing up on South side, right? This motherfucker ran out in his boxers talking about save yourselves as a first sergeant. So my chief at the time, before he left halfway through the tour, this motherfucker like had to go get everybody. He made sure everybody was in the Humvees. Everybody, they're in the Humvees. Boom. No, it wasn't my chief because we were at South. So I forgot who that was. It wasn't Sergeant Cummings because I was at South. I mean, I was at North. So they got him in the fucking Humvee while they caught him when he was running down the road. Everybody else was trying to get in Humvees. They're trying to get accountability. He's running down the road over at South. Meanwhile, at North, it's a couple of us. We got to the edge of the road and everybody's like, what the fuck is going on over there? Are they all right, man? Everybody's trying to get comms with these motherfuckers. And I shit you not, man, the right hand of God. And PFC Hunt, I was like, yo, we need to pull security on this motherfucker. We don't know if the enemy is right there. Because remember, I'm scared as fuck. And I'm thinking, oh, man, the fucking enemy's coming, man. We need to get these motherfuckers. So I'm like, yo, we need to get security around this motherfucker, man. And then one of the fucking sergeants was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, yeah, no shit. The enemy's out there.
Yo. Hey, Zane, we ain't ignoring your question, your comment there about the Olympics going to LA. We'll tap on that here in a second as well. I'll tell you, I wanted to ask you something, Hunt. Like what stands out to you the most from your first deployment before you went in country, right before you left? I just want to lead in with my story first. The biggest thing I remember before, we left on to fly out to Kuwait was Connolly. Connolly is he was a private at the time, and he was on one of our buddies who was supposed to be flying out with us, but he was lost in the sauce in Austin, because we were supposed to leave. I want to say that Monday, and unfortunately, what ended up happening was we ended up leaving the day before. They called us up. We're like, hey, I remember Sergeant Juarez called us up, and I was hungover as fuck, and he's like, hey, Lopez, I'm like, what's up, Chief? And he's like, just so you know, we're flying out tomorrow. Wheels up 1600. Be at the battery at 08. And I'm like, oh shit, this shit is real. You know what I'm saying? So gathered up all my shit, and then that next morning, everybody was looking for Connolly, but Connolly was MIA, right? So they ended up knocking on doors, right? And lo and behold, nobody was answering their doors except one person fucked up and answered the door. Oh, my poor buddy. To this day, I still love you, dog. Out there in Las Vegas, Moya. Moya opened the door, man. And y'all need to understand, Moya is a very calm, cool, just chill ass dude. And he talks like this. It's pretty slow when he talks. And so I guess he opened his door and he was still drunk from the night before. And Sergeant Juarez asked him, hey, you got your shit ready to go? And he's like, yeah. He's like, all right, you're flying out today. He wasn't supposed to fly out for on to the next couple of main bodies. So that motherfucker got like, oh shit, I'm leaving right now. So next thing you know, I feel bad because me and Moya, we tight, man. We tight. So Moya comes down, he's like, fuck, I'm leaving today. He was so nervous, dog, that when we were in line, getting ready to manifest onto the bird, or getting ready to get on the bird, actually. Remember the hugging lady was there and shit?
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, there was a hugging lady out in Fort Hood. She would go to all the fucking flights and she would hug every single soldier that was flying out, dog. And shout out to that lady. She was definitely, she was there when you left, and then when you got back, she would be there to give you a hug. And but we were in line and they were asking us for our IDs, and Moya was like looking for it, and he drops all his shit. He's shaking all over the place, man. Like he's the one that wears his emotions outside. You know what I mean? Me, in the meantime, inside, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm going to war, y'all. I'm going to war, dog. And next thing I know, hey Doc, hey, how you doing, sweetheart? So all I remember was I was nervous as fuck, scared as fuck, right? I'm a private, and I'm sitting on the plane, and I'm looking at Smoke Norwood. Smoke Norwood, he's like just cool and he's calm because he had gone to Desert Storm, right? He went to Desert Storm, and he's like, hey, I was just like y'all. Don't worry. You know, things gonna happen out there, but be all right. Be all right. You know, you just gotta listen to Smoke, man. But that's the biggest thing that sticks out to me was hey, we doing good over here, Doc. Hey, thank you. We just sharing some war stories here. I was just describing my first time when I like what stands out to me the most before we flew out to Iraq and shit. How about you, Hunt? What stands out to you the most? Like before you hit in country.
Man. So a couple of things, right?
Yeah.
One of the last things that I remember was going to go see. It was a Wednesday night, and I went with Will, and we went to go see. What's that movie with Will Ferrell? They're in college and whatnot.
Oh, wait. Is this for this deployment or your first deployment?
This was OIF-1.
Oh, okay.
That was it on
the one where he was Frank the Tank, right?
Yeah, Frank the Tank. So I went to go see that.
The name of that movie.
It was Wednesday, so we went to go see that movie. Like I said, for whatever reason, we was like, "Fuck it, we gonna get the car wash." So went to get the car wash, and then the only other thing that I remember from Wednesday was waking up Sunday, and boom.
Like no, his name is Lee Hunt.
Yeah. So I remember waking up that's Sunday. From that Wednesday, that's what I remember seeing is that movie. And then Sunday, I remember waking up and we knew we were leaving Sunday. And I remember like the NCOs being there, the families being there, and then like we still had shit in our rooms pretty much. They just packed our shit up and wrote our names on boxes. And then when we got back to the same barracks, they were like, okay, well, this is Hunt shit, and they put it in our new rooms.
Oh shit.
This is Hunt's TV. Isn't this shit? You know what I'm saying?
They just box your shit up.
Yeah. The shit, the clothes or whatever, it just boxed that shit up. And then I remember just because I was by myself, I was a private, you know, my family was
okay.
And I remember just being by myself and just with the rest of Joes and shit. I will say this, we flew Delta Airline and we flew in bag detail had first class. And I was like, I was on bag detail. And when I say that first class, where you laid them seats all the way back, it was real first class. Mm-hmm. It was a real, like they kept coming around with snacks and shit for us, hot towels left and right. I said, oh man, this is gonna be great. So fucking around and stepped off that plane, fucking heat hit me in the face. I said no.
Yes, sir. So here's one thing they don't tell y'all. All right, so baggage detail, right? They offer, first of all, if you're E4 and below, specials are below, you're gonna get hit up for baggage detail. You're either gonna volunteer or voluntold, but they try to fucking sweeten it up by giving you first class. You'll get first class up until you get in country, because all that's just gonna go out the window as soon as you start feeling that heat from fucking Kuwait on down to Baghdad or to Baghdad. First class don't mean shit now because you sweating balls, taking everybody's motherfucking duffel bags and stacking them up. You know, I'll say this. One thing the military, one thing the military did do was teach us how to be organized and find our shit quickly. Because no matter how many shit was stacked on there, you'd be able to find it. This lady on Spirit Airlines almost let my battle buddy die by choking on a dry sandwich. But you know what, dude? I'll tell you what, I could not sleep on those flights between here and over there. I never slept. I tried to. I couldn't. Bro, I remember on the first flight, we took off from here. We landed in Bangor. And then when we got to Bangor, our plane broke down. So we had to spend the night in Bangor. And from there, we caught the next flight the next day to were you on that flight with us or no?
No, I was on one of the last main bodies because when I left, it was nighttime, and me and somebody was there.
Let's see. I was a contractor. You should see me using every fiber of muscles to fit that back in the overhead. Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, God. Yo, you know what pissed me off? I'm gonna bring the females into this right now, and I hate to do this, but look. Check, if you had to pack your own shit, you had to carry your own shit. I just carried all my motherfucking duffel. I looked so fucking stupid on that bird. I remember I had when we got out of the plane, from Baghdad to from Kuwait to Baghdad. When we landed in Baghdad, we all got out. Then we had to go sit in another fucking chalk to wait to get onto the fucking bird to take us to our LZ Washington. And I remember me and Cruz were like, all right, hey, let's get in this one right here. Because we saw Dowden and everybody. And I ended up having my M16 on my back. I had my duffel bag. I think we had 2 duffel bags, my rucksack in the front, a laptop carrier on my left hand. Dude, all I know, I was walking like this.
Yeah, it was painful walking that shit.
And somehow or another, we fit all that on a Chinook. And then when I got on the Chinook, I thought we were getting shot at. So I was scared as fuck because nobody told us about these fucking flares that come out of the fucking Chinook.
Yeah, dude. Like, speaking of Chinooks, man, like, have you ever heard about Extortion 17?
My homegirl Risa puts up about it all the time. Yeah.
That shit is fucking crazy, man.
Isn't that the one that got that they were like on a rescue and they got an RPG that hid inside?
So it wasn't so much a rescue that they were on. What happened was the Rangers they were already, securing the building or whatever, taking the building, whatever. They were just more like a support thing. So it wasn't that they needed to bail the Rangers out. Now, here's the fucked up part. That was Extortion 17's second time going to that area because there were 2 Chinooks. Extortion 17 was 1 Chinook, and they had another Chinook that dropped the Rangers off. So when they went back, they got, Gold Team from Dev Groove, and they piled like 36 of them motherfuckers in that bitch.
Damn.
And then like it just hit, man, and it's fucked up, man. It was the single greatest loss of life during the OI. Like it took out a whole fucking damn near a whole squadron, dude. A whole fucking squadron.
I tell you, there were a lot of fucking moments out there where it still sticks to my mind, like the loss of lives that were just wasted in those 20 fucking years. And whether we were supposed to be there or not supposed to be there is not the point. We knew what we signed up for. Well, you didn't because the war hadn't kicked off yet. But I knew what I signed up for. I wanted to go out there.
Man, Drill Sergeant told us. Drill Sergeant Fan was like, "Yeah, y'all going to Iraq, motherfuckers." He came on the PA. He was like, "Yeah, the buses of the sky, yeah."
I'll tell you,
that shit hooked.
I wanted to go to war. That was one thing. Like I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be there until I got there and I realized, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I was that guy.
Yeah,
and no, bro. I remember seeing on CNN like motherfuckers going through Baghdad on the Humvees, and I'm like, oh, that's some cool shit to do. And guess what? I'm thinking field artillery. I'm gonna be shooting artillery. No, I was in Baghdad cruising through the streets with my M16 up.
Yeah, man. The street artillery thing was fun. I'm not gonna lie, man. That shit was pretty fun.
Well, see, I didn't get to really shoot artillery per se. I did in Mosul. When we were doing the guns. I don't know who we were. I know the Cav one. We did fire missions for the Cav. At nighttime where there was looms and some HE under it, but I never got to hit it. Like, for example, let's say in Afghanistan, the motherfuckers in Afghanistan were fucking at it all the time, shooting direct fire into the mountains. You know what I'm saying? During calibration, all right, during calibration when they had just got there, these motherfuckers caught a team out there that were scoping them out. So, I mean, that's how much. So for those who don't know, when you first get there, you got to calibrate your weapons, make sure you get the distance, blah, blah, blah. All your shit right, shit tight for your guns. So they weren't meaning to hit these members that were out there sniping people, or not sniping, but reconning, I guess you could say, the cop. So while they were doing calibration, they ended up shooting some fellas out there that weren't even meant to be hit. It was pretty funny. Let's see. My bad. I get all over the place.
Good.
Those things are faster and more maneuver. Bro, I'm gonna tell you this. When I was in Fenty, that's what they call Jalalabad. I seen some Chinooks that are so fucking quiet. You would not even know that they're flying by you, dog. I was sitting outside of our A-lock, is what they called them. And outside our A-lock is the runway. Oh shit, my homeboy Hunt's gone. Hopefully I'm guessing that his shit died. He might be back on, y'all. So check out the story, y'all. Oh,
my bad.
Oh, you good? So what ended up happening outside of our A-lock, there was like a little patio area that has some benches, and Hunt's got this look like his shit's about to die. So, is it about to die?
Kind of, sort of, but like I should be good for about another like 10, 15 minutes. Or
Okay.
So.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So what ended up happening was I went outside and I started smoking, right? And I'm smoking my cigarette, and we would see the fucking those quiet ass fucking drones. They have some drones out there that I had never seen. Like they're just super quiet. You just that's all you hear as they go by. But the fucking the Chinook, all I heard was the whirling, the like you could barely see it. It was nighttime. These motherfuckers, they were those are the secret squirrel motherfuckers that you never hear the story.
Those are 160th birds.
Yes, the soar. Yeah. If you know, you know.
Those are 160th.
Those motherfuckers are so quiet.
It's crazy even being at Campbell, man. I remember being at Campbell like all the time throughout the night, throughout the day.
Plug it in. No Diddy.
Yeah. Hey, yo, pause. Hey, yo, I am a Christian, ma'am.
Okay, just know that must be a quote from somewhere. I had a fat chew in my mouth the first time I ran onto one and saw how clean it was. Surprised me. I had to spit in my canteen.
So listen, I like Blackhawks. First of all, like I told y'all before, I'm afraid of heights. Like I never wanted to rappel out of the goddamn helicopter. Did that shit because there were women doing this shit, and I was like, "Fuck this shit! I'm not gonna do no fuck that." You know what I'm saying? Like fuck it! I gotta do this shit. I gotta man up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Which was another reason why I was always good at running. Between
hold on. No, the only reason you weren't good at running it wasn't because you're black and thin. That has nothing to do why you're good at running.
No, I'm dead ass. Because remember, I was at Campbell, and at Campbell first duty station, them motherfuckers run. And so, like, I'm seeing these women keeping in these runs. And I'm like, yo, fuck that shit. I got to do this shit. And then I always had in the back of my mind the Mogadishu Mile, right? So from Black Hawk down, yeah.
Gotcha,
so I'm like, fuck that shit, you know. Those two things were always in the back of my mind on every fucking run. It was like, nah, there's women that are hanging in this bitch. I
couldn't run with the shit.
Fuck that.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you like Drill Sergeant Showmaker used to say. You know what I'm saying?
Scotty Jerome.
Hey, Drill Sergeant Showmaker was one of my favorite drill sergeants towards the end. During boot camp, like the main part of it, he put the work in on us, man. He put that wood on us, like one of our SLCs used to say, or whatever they're called. Oh yeah, but put that. What was his name? Oh, he was one of our SLGs. Anywho, but I digress. If I need to run, something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of ammo or something wrong. Why am I running? Fuck all that. I'm fighting. So the reason I say that is because old Drill Sergeant Showmaker didn't believe in combatives, because he said, "You got combatives, I got a gun. Who's gonna win?" You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. I would have outran you. You probably would have.
No. Doc, I know you ain't talking about me. No, you ain't outrunning me, Chief.
Look, I'll tell you what. You could outrun me. My fastest 2 mile ever was in Korea, where I ran 2 miles in 14 minutes and 10 seconds. That is my climb to glory there. I will never be better than that ever again.
14, like I'm resting by that time.
Man, look, that's you. Because you got to understand, first of all, Lee Hunt over here weighs probably like $105.
Dude, I was
$105. Oh,
like
she said bet. She's gonna take you on that bet. She wants it. She wants that smoke, Hunt.
Oh no, you can beat me now. I got two torn quadriceps. Matter of fact, Doc K, fuck that. Fuck the 2 torn quadriceps. You will not beat me on a run. And if you beat me on a run, I don't know, man. I might have to take an extended trip to Taiwan or some shit. I will take an extended trip to Taiwan and never be seen from again.
Hey, man. Look, women can definitely outrun me 100%. I'm not a runner.
That's why I say, man, there are some badass women out there. But because of my pride, I'm like, I cannot listen. We keep up with each other. I'll keep up with you, but I cannot allow you to beat me. Shit. And I think to me, that says more about the woman and how badass they are.
I'm just saying,
because it's like if I'm like,
I'm gonna trip you, Doc. If we're racing and you're beating me, I'm gonna trip your ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I'm willing to die because I see like, no, she's hanging in there, she's tough. I'm willing to die. Like, fuck it.
I'm a tripper, dog, because you know
Like,
what? We
I'm
have
a
a small
tripper.
phrase in the field artillery. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
You ain't trying. Fuck that. I will not. I can't do it. Listen. We keep up with each other. It is what it is. Hey, we both there, but like, fuck that. Like, no, man.
Yeah, man. A gun line track event, bro. Hell no. Hell no. Okay. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of information here. I'm gonna give y'all some information here that y'all can use to clown me. Okay, you're gonna be able to use to clown me on this. My homeboy Moya, who I was talking about earlier, had a fucking nickname for me because of my running. All right, and that was Slopez because my last name is Lopez, and him with his fucking evil, pathological, crazy mind decided to put an S in front of it because I was slow, and he called me Slopez. Now, I will say this: that the reason that came about was it wasn't that I couldn't keep up with the battery. All right, we have batteries, not companies, but it was because on this specific date, our battery commander mind fucked us. Now, what do I mean by mind fucked us? There's a certain route that we used to run in the morning. We used to run all the way up to Warrior Way, where the fucking little overbridge is, and then run back to the battery. So in my mind, I was mentally prepped for the run through the bridge back to the battery. So what ends up happening is I'm like, oh, all right, cool. I kept up. I made it to the battery, but I noticed that our battery commander is still going straight. We're not turning in towards the battery. And my mind got fucked at that point because it was like, it's heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying?
You see the battery,
you're
like,
prepared. Oh. Yes, bro. Next thing I know, this motherfucker kept on going. I'm like, where's this fool going? No. And it's not like there's hills in Fort Hood. There really is, unless you go to Clear Creek. Yeah, unless you hit Clear Creek and come back up that hill, there's really no hills.
Man, shit, fucking, we did that with Sessions.
Yes,
with
he did the fucking coast to coast.
Yes,
where we went to Warrior Way to Clear Creek and back and shit.
Yeah, so we did that with Sessions before, and it was like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Like, is this shit possible? Like, why are we doing this shit?
The best run, this is the one that will always stay in my mind, was the last run we did with Colonel Sessions. Colonel Sessions was one of those fucking I'm proud I fought for my country type of colonels. He's the kind of thing we'll make movies out of. This fool, he loved his eye protection. I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
for some reason, he had us wearing eye protection even back in Fort Hood while we were doing our run. But during this run, St. Barb made an appearance. She was out there giving us the business with the thunder and lightning. We was running. It was raining. I don't know. Were you there for that run where it rained on us, thunder and lightning and all that shit?
Yeah, I was there for all of them, man. Yeah, but like, fuck that shit. Like,
it was a motivating ass run.
It was. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can't.
It was a motivating ass run, man.
I don't listen. Young 20. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep going out of here saying, like, trust me, you will not beat me, Doc K. Doc K, I guarantee you, I will make your heart bust on that track or anywhere before I quit.
I'm shameless. I could give a fuck. Like, oh, okay, she got it. But you know what? Let's put full kit on and then go running. See who wins.
Nah, I ain't doing that shit.
Nah, let's see who wins.
Get ready to. No, I ain't putting on full kit.
Yo, did you see that video? I think you're the one that posted it up on Facebook of where they're slap boxing for hand-to-hand combat, and homeboy smacks the dog shit out that one girl. It's like, oh.
Equal rights, equal lefts.
Equal rights, equal fights, y'all. And you know, again, you know, I don't. This is where I lose a lot of females is because of my position on women in combat arms. But just know that I love y'all. You know, you do what y'all do. We appreciate all the business that you be doing. But I still don't think it's right for them to be out there. But yeah, I mean, I get it. They can do combatives all day long. They can go ahead and fight. But let's put the full kit on. All right, let's not do it in just fucking for PT. Let's do it for real. Put on your full kit. Get out there. See who's gonna win.
Like, yeah, we'll have this discussion later, man, because I know, like, my old soldier AJ, she was a badass. Like, full kit in fucking NTC, dudes are dragging the ass, and she's throwing rounds around like it ain't shit.
Okay, I'm not talking about throwing around. I'm talking about having a fight.
A fight? Oh,
yeah.
AJ will throw hands anyway. AJ is.
I'm not saying she won't throw hands, but will she win?
Huh? Yeah, AJ. No, AJ wasn't no slouch.
I'm talking about in full kit.
Yes.
Two.
In full quit.
Okay,
In full
then
kit.
now
AJ, she wasn't like some overweight, sloppy, gelatinous. No, she was very fit. AJ will throw hands. She just AJ. Like I tell all the time, I was like, dude, you's a right. You know what I'm saying? Like she used to work out with me too, man. Like when we both got out the army, we she used to work out with me.
So she said I was a nerd. I was hella good at my job, even in the field. So what exactly was your job? I don't think we covered this last time. I'm going by medic as far as because you go by Doc K, but
68.
let's see.
Like that.
In a fight, I'd play dirty, eyes, balls.
Exactly. There's no fair fighting. I'm not fighting.
There's no
fair.
such thing as a fair fight. Yeah, I'm grabbing, twisting, pulling.
One, first of all, I'm not even fighting. I'm about to be at the ripe old age of 42. I am not fighting. I'm not. I got 15 reasons why I'm not fighting. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm going to avoid all conflicts. Just leave me the fuck alone.
Myself, see, you're 42. Add 5 to that. I'm gonna be 47. I'm gonna be 47, y'all.
42
okay,
next
I'll be 47 in November. So my old ass, do I still have it in me to go ahead and put a motherfucker down? Probably. Do I want to? Not really. Because I guarantee you, after that fight, I'm gonna be in bed.
I'm gonna be down for a couple of days.
I'm gonna be in bed, dog.
I'm gonna be down for a couple of days, man. It's over. I'm gonna need the rest. I gotta recuperate. So I'd rather avoid all conflicts.
There's a reason I'm on disability, y'all. And that's because I go outside and rake some leaves. Even that shit puts me out for the rest of the fucking week. I'm done, dog.
Back. Well,
but yeah, man.
We do have to cut this short. I gotta go. If we do this, next time we do this, we can have another conversation specifically around military. Well, however you want to steer it. And if
whatever you want to talk about, big dog. To me, it's open.
Just more back in the day stories, man, because I have a lot of funny stories that, a lot of listeners that are here right now haven't heard, man, as far as like OYF 1, 2, 3, or my 4th deployment, man. And we can just, even they can get in.
What y'all need to do, all right, if y'all like hearing my homie Hunt over here, he's on TikTok a lot, all right, and a lot. Now, let me tell y'all this, though. His political views differ from mine.
Not for the weak.
Just look at his hat. Don't be fooled by the hat. All right, the hat does not say MAGA, but he does give some entertaining points of views. So if y'all want to go ahead and check him out, it's King Virgo 82. All right. For some reason, black folks like to call themselves Kangs all the time.
No,
he's
so
King
there's an
Virgo
interesting story
82.
before we go. So at the last
Here we go.
that I was in, right? Obviously, like I said, my birthday's next month. My birthday's September 12th, right? So that's my birthday. My boy Pat's birthday is September 12th, and Jackson's birthday is September 12th. And since I was the oldest one, I just tell them all the time, man, I'm the king of you Virgos. So that's why that shit came about. Because all three of us had the same birthday. And I was like,
so it's not because y'all was kings.
Yeah, it was Kangs. I was a Kang Virgo.
That would be Kang Virgo, not King Virgo then.
Kang
all
Virgo.
right, I got you. That's on some Game of Thrones shit. Oh, by the way, Game of Thrones, I'm not happy how it ended. She said her baby boy is a Virgo. That's what's up.
Hey.
It'd been better if he was a Sagittarius.
A Sagittarius.
That's right. Oh, this motherfucker. You know what? Go do what you got to do, big dog. If I'm still on there when you jump on,
I just don't like
text me.
I do not like fucking Capricorns.
I don't fuck with Capricorns are evil.
Yeah,
are evil.
I don't fuck with
the first Wiffle, she was.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. See,
Capricorns are fucking horrible. Horrible. Taurus, I like Taurus. They're pretty cool. Pisces are pretty cool. Virgos, I've talked to a Virgo woman, and
damn, see,
it's too much fucking Virgo shit going on with the Virgo man and Virgo woman. It's like
Doc K done.
I'm a Cappy.
Damn, Doc. I love you.
Tell me your birthday isn't like December 22nd
or December 28th.
If it's December 22nd, you need to get up
or
off
28th.
If it's December 22nd, kick her off the live. Kick her off. Move off the fucking
Roland
live.
said. Roland's like, I'm a Cancer. Yeah, but
you're emotional.
No
That's
Diddy.
Okay. I like y'all little emotional asses. You emotional ass Cancers.
Okay, she's a Jan 4th. All right, so you on the New Year spectrum. You cool.
Them
Hey, Hunt, if you jump back on, though, dog, if you decide to jump back on, if I'm still on, let me know. Shoot me a text. I'll let you know if I'm still on and shit.
Yeah, So I'm gonna put my shit in my car anyway and go get something to eat. So it may be charged up. Not like, oh, and I still need to go get some adult beverages for the night.
Well, you do that. You do that. You need to bring your ass down to San Antonio one of these weekends, goddamn.
Yeah, so I could find a wife over there.
I'm loyal and hardworking. That's what you all say to get us.
Yeah.
And then when we stuck with y'all real conniving ass to come out, Doc. Hey, I don't believe y'all. In 47 years, I done learned a thing or two.
As far as like being hard workers, yes, I will say that Capricorns are extremely hard,
breaking our hearts.
They are goal oriented. I will say that, but that's the only good thing I can say about Capricorns, and will ever say.
I'll say this about Capricorns.
Yeah. Loyal to themselves.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know, man.
It was an extended laugh. A loyal Capricorn. Show me a loyal Capricorn, and I'll show you a unicorn.
Facts. Hey, my bad, Doc. You're gonna have to show me differently then. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been how can I put this? I've been hurt many a time, so my suspicions, my spidey senses are up all the time.
It's so crazy is we belong to the same. We're under the earth. We're under the earth sign. We're earth signs.
Who?
Virgos, Capricorns, Taurus are earth signs.
Oh, see, I'm a Sagittarius. I don't know what the hell that means, but all I know is Sagittarius is we like to fuck. That's all I know. And we're loyal and we like to fuck. That's all I know. I'm not impressed by women unless they are willing to sign a prenup. Gary Rowland. First of all, do you have anything worth a prenup before we go there?
Oh my God. I'm not impressed by a woman unless she's going to give me her motherfucking Nissan Altima while I go out and do my thing. No. But yeah, man, I love you guys. Anyway. Hey, it was great being here again, brother. We got to do this again. Sure. Hey, yo, listeners, drop in the comment section, hit on the Gunline podcast up with what y'all want us to talk about, something that's interesting with y'all and going to help get y'all engaged as well, too. So hit them up on the Gunline. Let him know what y'all want us to talk about, man. Y'all see how we get down. Let us fucking know, and we got y'all.
Appreciate you, big dog.
I don't think that hat says that, but okay.
Fight.
Yeah. The economy is doing so bad, I want to go waste my money on fucking Trump merch. The economy can't be doing that bad. But I will leave y'all with that.
I'll tell you what. Hold up. My economy comes from a different
I feel you.
It comes from a guaranteed place, is what I'm saying. So,
yeah, I feel you.
All right, then, big dog. You know where we at.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
All right. I appreciate you being here.
What y'all want us to talk about in the comment section. Drop that shit. Drop it like it's hard. Drop it like it's hard.
Drop it like it's hot. All right, Gary Rowland said, let's talk about the opening ceremony of the Olympics. All right, I'm down. Let's go ahead and clown around with that shit. Opening ceremony of the Olympics. I'll tell y'all my biggest hate on that. I think my take on it was they knew what they were doing. They said that it wasn't meant to disrespect anyone or anything that had to do with Christianity. I think they knew what they were doing. I knew that they knew that they were going to insult or they were going to offend people and they were going to take it a certain way. And they went ahead and did it anyway. They tried to add a little blue goblin in there to try to make it sound like it was Greek shit. They knew what they were doing, man. And honestly, I mean, everybody played into their fucking hand perfectly. Everybody's talking about it. So whoever didn't know about that person, that artist, or whoever he was, they're talking about him now. So there it is. You know, I think that honestly, personally, political views and shit like that, it's not even a political view. That's more of a societal view. Should be, sure, you want to express it, but bite the bullet on it too. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to fucking tap dance around it. Is it a good platform to go ahead and spew your ideals? Go ahead. I mean, you got the whole world looking at you. Go ahead. So I think it's a good way. But what I don't like, I'll say this, what I did not like is the fact that they did it only on Christianity. Why did they poke fun at all the other religions? You know, hit up not just Christianity, hit up Islam, hit up Hindus, hit up the Jews, hit up every single one. Be equal opportunity offenders. You know what I mean? Don't just poke the bear on the one you want to, because now all you're doing is just nitpicking who you want to offend. But that's just my point of view. Vision Air E, talk about getting a new hat. That's the homie, you know what I'm saying? He has his political leanings, so good idea, Gary. What the heck? Good idea. What was a good idea? Oh, getting a prenup? I don't know. Leave it France to be blasphemous. I mean, leave it to France to be France. They cannot, first of all, take any kind of jokes. I'll tell you this. I had when I was in Afghanistan at our FOB, we had a French contingency there, and we had a couple of comedians come in and started to clown on the French like really hard about how they're fucking they're the cowards of military and whatnot. Those motherfuckers, well, we're all laughing. They got up and got all offended and left away and shit. Hey, Gunline, are there other camping snacks to make besides s'mores? Check this out. Good fucking question. I'm glad you asked this. Yes, there is. They're like s'mores, but with Reese's peanut butter cups. And I forget what they're called. Why? What are the s'mores called with the Reese's? Do what now? Scared the shit out of you? Oh, but there was Reese's Pieces, right? Do what now? Yeah, so it's the same shit as the s'mores, but with Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups. So definitely try that. That shit is fucking good. Let's see. I think it was fine. I don't believe they were poking fun at any religion. My own deep dive into it instead of listening to politicians. Well, yeah, you got to deep dive, Holmes. And yeah, I did look up the fucking the Festival of the Gods or whatever they say that they were portraying. It briefs well. Like I said, they knew what they were doing, dog. They knew what they were doing, and to me, it is what it is. Let's see. There are literally thousands of scenes that could be misconstrued as the Last Supper. Again, the way they were set up, and then with Homegirl having that. Look, I get it. I mean, those that get insulted by shit like that, would they get insulted by Blazing Saddles when they did the Last Supper scene? I don't know. I thought it was funny as fuck during Blazing Saddles, but it was like the whole lead up to that. I don't know. So, and that's right, Doc. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Remember to like it up. There's only a couple of us in here, but we try to keep it live as much as possible. I try to keep on topic on what you guys want to talk about. I mean, this whole live went down because I saw that one Australian chick breakdancing. I mean, could you even call that breakdancing, though? It was embarrassing. There were a different number of people, and nobody was in the pose from the Last Supper. I mean, that's left for interpretation there, though, Roland. I mean, you could definitely argue one way or the other. However, for those that want to get all offended about it, let's be real. That the whole Last Supper by Da Vinci, is the Da Vinci that did it. They should go ahead and be insulted by that painting itself, the portrait, because look at the skin tones on the people involved in the Last Supper. In reality, the people in that should, in the images, should be more darker skinned, like my complexion or a little TT darker. Because first of all, they weren't black. All right, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Let's stop saying Jesus was black. Jesus was never black. All right, his name was Jeshua, not Jeshua Twan or something like that. I'm just talking shit. But no, what I'm saying is he wasn't black. The motherfucker was more my skin tone, a little more olive, a little more colorful, See, there we go. Yes, I know they put the blue guy in the middle, dog. I even said that they put the blue guy in the middle, so they could go ahead and like I said, they knew what they were doing, dog. They knew what they were doing. So honestly, it just, if they want to get offended by it, get offended by it. I mean, they're just literally looking for shit to get offended by. Let's see. This is ground level, bro. Up only from here. She broke the hearts of the breakdance god, bro. That breakdancing broad. I mean, look, just because I get it. She's a very, educated person when it comes to like, I guess, hip hop and breakdance and all that good shit. But just because you're very educated in something doesn't mean that you can put it into action. Like there's motherfuckers that know how to read a book and regurgitate every single thing on that book, but cannot put it into action. You know, me. And then you got others that cannot read a book, you know, and read the step by steps and put that shit into and could outdance the fuck out of people. I don't know. I'm just saying it's that chick should have known better than going on there. It wasn't portraying anyone from the Middle East. They were portraying the Greek people again. But see, I'm not talking about. Okay, let me rewind. I'm not talking about the opening ceremony. I'm talking about the Da Vinci fucking portrait itself. If people want to get offended by what happened during the opening ceremony, they need to get offended as well as the portrait itself that they're saying it is portraying. Because on the portrait that was supposed to be mimicking, apparently, allegedly, those people are European looking from the mountains of Caucasus. They are not looking like the people from the Middle East that Joshua, hey, Jesus is from. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. All right. I think it's a joke, like whatever. Let's focus on bigger issues. Exactly 100% with you on that one. If they wanted to take the stage and, you know, mock it, they could have done it a little more funnier, I believe. I think the biggest thing out of that whole thing was the dude's nutsack that was hanging out of the shorts. That was kind of a little weird. You know what I mean? To me, that was a little more on the ew. The forefathers of breakdancing rolled in their graves. Bro, the forefathers of dancing itself rolled in their graves. That lady had zero talent. I mean, I've seen better dance moves from a fish out of water. All right. I'm telling you, all I keep thinking of is fucking Curly from the Three Stooges. Some of y'all, if y'all don't know who that is, y'all too young. But there's this scene of Curly. He's the bald-headed fat dude on the Three Stooges who runs in circles on his side. Like, ooh, that's what she was reminding me of, dog. I kept thinking in my head, ooh. Oh my God, dude. That shit's too crazy. What do we got here? Talk about the need of awareness. Talk about in need of self-awareness seminar. All right. I don't even know what that is, but okay. Talk about in need of self-awareness seminar. What is that? What is that, Cruz? I mean, that's kind of like getting a self-help book. If you need a book for self-help, is it really self-help? Aren't you getting help from a book? It's just not, to me, it just I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I don't know, but that's just me, y'all. What are some type of questions y'all want to talk about on here, man? I'm open to discussion of everything. You could feel free to ask me anything. I will answer it all. I am an open book. And shit, whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about military? We can talk military. So she needs to go for one of her dance. Oh, for real. All her dance moves are weird. Just because you do this at the end doesn't make it hip hop, yo. Just because you do this doesn't make it hip hop. It's just, I'm telling you, I don't know how I'm late to the game on this. How is it that I just found out about this shit today? Apparently, it's been happening for quite some time. And dude, I was looking for some shit to find like on YouTube. And I couldn't find it though. Uh-oh. Oh my God, dude. I could have gone up there and done a crip walk. Yo, Doc K, I would love to see you crip walk, yo. I would love to see. I can't dance. I'll tell you right now. I can't dance with the shit. The only dance moves I know are these. That's it. You know, that's how I grew up dancing. That's it. And the reason for that dance move for me is because if it goes faster, you just move you move a little faster. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's techno, and if it's a little bit slower, then you go slower. You know what I'm saying? Just dancing it up. But you can't fuck that up. You know, that's my dancing right there. I don't dance, I boogie. You know what I'm saying? And also you always have you're ready for chingazos in case it comes down to it because you're dancing. But when the shit starts popping off, like you ready to square up too. You know what I mean? So, hey, that's just how I roll, baby. I don't dance, I boogie. Yep, the thuggin' two-step. I guess you can call it that. I mean, there was never really a name for that dance. It's just how I saw my homeboys grow up dancing and shit. Hey, what y'all think of the shirt though? The shirt's tight, right? I dig it. I dig it. You know, it's a trip. Like, I was at HEB a few days ago with a different one of these types of shirts, and most of the looks and reactions were positive. Being out here in San Antonio, a lot of people would think different, but it was pretty positive. You had a couple of blue-haired people that were saying that's not cool, you know, like not saying, but you could tell in their faces they were like, "How could you be wearing that, being that you're a brown man?" You know what I mean? Easily, because I'm a brown American. You know what I'm saying? I'm an American who happens to be of Hispanic descent. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Dude, I tell y'all, man, what else is going on? How's everybody's weekend? So I'm dying. You're crazy. I just try to be me. You know what I mean? I can't be anybody else. I can't fake the funk. This is who I really am, you know? People either love me or they hate me. The thing is that people tell me a lot, like, you know, oh, you're too straightforward. You know, you're too straightforward. You can't be like that all the time. Like, why not? Why am I going to be somebody fake just to get likes and views and stuff like that? That's not my style. You know what I mean? Hence why, you know, I could be here sitting down being all pro this and pro that and anti this and that. Nah, man, I just give it to people the way people should be, themselves. You know, I'm not going to sit here saying I'm the fucking world's most educated person when it comes to politics, but I'm going to talk to you politics the way I understand them, the way I know them, and the way that 99% of the rest of the country is. You know what I mean? We are not fucking political scientists from Yale. We just are motherfuckers that believe a certain way and we talk a certain way. And we try to live and let live. And I don't know why people can't just do that nowadays, you know? Anyway, stay you, bro. I try to, dog. I try to. You know, if I ever get up and come in and become like the next Joe Rogan of the whatever fucking niche I am, you know, I'm gonna stay myself. Stay humble, baby. Stay humble. That's all I can do. Shit. So where's everybody tapping in from, by the way? I'm here in San Antonio, Texas. Where's everybody else at? Cruz, where you at? Doc K, what state? Well, you know what? A lot of people get freaked out with those questions nowadays. So what state are you tapping in from? City, if you want to get a little more in depth, but where y'all at? I love straightforward, like my Marine Corps pops. I hate passive aggressive. Facts. Guam. I figured you were out there in Guam because you were asking a lot of Guam questions. I got to remember my old platoon sergeant, where he was from. I want to say he was Guamanian, and he was cool, and he was all like, "All right, man," and that was my favorite shit. All right, man. Oh man. And yeah, passive aggressive people are just you know, it's taken me a while to understand what passive aggressive means. But to me, I think it kind of means like people who are very indirect with their comments, or with their mainly with their comments. Like somebody could be like, "Oh man, you know, your style of how you're raising your kids could be better." I don't know. It just I don't like people like that. I rather you just tell me the truth, how you feel, even if it's fucking not the most popular way. Hell yeah, Utah. Yo, let me tell you something about Utah. And Doc, maybe you know why, or maybe you didn't even know what the hell I'm talking about when I say this, but check this out. So I was on a road trip one time from Vegas to Durango, Colorado. And there's this there is a bike rally that they hold out there at Four Corners in Colorado, in this one of those small Indian town called Ignacio. Anywho, as we're driving from Vegas, we hit Utah. I tripped out because it was nighttime, and there was fucking along next to the highway was just row and row and row of fucking rabbits, y'all, for miles and miles and miles. Just rabbits. And they were just, it was fucking freaky to me, dog. It was like, what the fuck? Did we like unleash a goddamn rabbit hole? I don't know what it was, but it was just rabbits all over the place. Like you could literally see them for miles down the road. Is that something normal out there in Utah? That was on our way, like I said, into that place in Colorado, dude. I had never seen that shit in my life. I haven't seen it since. But fuck, if y'all ever wanted some goddamn rabbit stew, go through Utah, the road that goes between Las Vegas to Colorado, whatever road that is. It's dark as shit. We were in a van. Motherfuckers were drinking in the back, and we weren't high. Well, I wasn't high. I was sober and driving. So I know I wasn't just seeing things. It was fucking crazy, dog. It was fucking crazy. Yeah, passive aggressive is manipulative. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. I don't like that. You know, be who you are, you know, be who you be. People are either going to like you or they're going to love you. Either way, just be you, you know? I've never been the type to try to just say things to fit in. And I mean, but I've always been the type that wants to fit in. Does that make sense? And call it being a follower or whatnot, but it was more of I've always been the person that's always wanted to belong to something. I've always wanted to see myself belonging to something and being a part of a group, being part of a crew. Hence why I did what I did when I was younger. And then, you know, hence why I ended up joining the military. And I love being a part of something that actually has meaning to it, I guess. So I don't know. Never heard of that. There's a lot of Native American activity. I'll say that. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'll say that. I'll tell you one thing I did notice about Utah, though. It is beautiful when you're coming through the Rockies off of the 75, I think it is, or whatever, or the 70. I can't remember which one it is. That comes from like Denver. You go through the Rockies and then you end up in Utah, and then you go through all those fucking weird ass structures and shit like that. It's fucking badass. I got to see a lot of it. Bro, let me put you on some knowledge. Out here, Guamanian is only for the people who are not native to the island. I'm Chamorro. What's that mean? Like, I mean, Chamorro is the raza equivalent to here in the Marianas. Órale, okay. So Guamanians is for the non-native. And it's only for people who are not of native. Okay, and so the natives are Chamorro. Okay, that's a trick because Chamorro is actually a last name I know. So I wonder if it has any roots to that last name to those people out in Guam. You know what's a trip is I've heard that there's a lot of stories in Central America where people from the islands out in the Pacific would come to Central America and trade, you know, with the people that were out there, which in that time period would have been like the Maya and the descendants of the Maya. So that's a trip, man. Like I know the Nicarao, the Pipil. So I mean, it's a trip. That's the raza equivalent to here in the Marianas. Gotcha. Chamorro is what we are called as a people. Huh. That's a trip, man. That is a trip. Now, is Chamorro, is that a name that was provided by those that quote unquote discovered that area, or is that like an actual name from the native language there? So, Doc K, are you originally from Utah? Is that where you're from originally? Like you grew up, born and raised out there? Because I got a lot of questions about Utah for you. Specifically, why are the streets out there like around Salt Lake City? Why are they 500 west, 300 east? Those streets fucking give me a headache. When I used to work in claims for Nationwide Insurance, like I would get calls from people that were out there in Utah, and they were like, oh yeah, my address is so and so 500 north and so 300 east. Like, what the fuck does that mean? How do y'all keep that shit aligned? Zane Cruz, I believe we got that from the Spanish. When the Spanish first made contact, we were known as the Isla de Padrones. Huh? That's a trip. So, I mean, what's what language do they speak out there, or what's the most common language? I'm assuming that you guys speak English and Spanish down there as well, or what? Not because like I'm not. I don't think there's a lot of knowledge as far as Guam goes. Yep, raised Utah. Hmm. I'm guessing that's a so. Are you a Mormon? Is Utah all Mormon? By the way, I know it sounds ignorant as fuck, but I mean, I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? I hope I don't sound like fucking the most knowledge that I've gotten about Mormons, by the way, for those that need to know it, just in case you are Mormon, is from South Park. You know, that episode of South Park is where I've gotten most of my education on Mormonism. I hope that's not insulting to you. Let's see. Zane said English mostly, but our native dialect on Guam is a mixture of traditional and adopted Spanish words. You know, like the Philippines is like that when they speak that Tagalog or whatever it's called, Tagalog. They speak like a variant of Spanish mixed in with their words. It's a trip. Like when they start speaking it, like there's some words that'll pop out there, and I like have no idea what they're talking about. But then I hear like one word or two that are Spanish, like cama. I'm like, oh, okay, I know it's talking about the bed, but I mean, other than that, I have no idea. Ha ha ha, because they start at like at point zero, meaning State Street or Main Street, and then go one south, second south, etc. Ah, órale. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Damn, so y'all breaking that shit down like fucking mathematically. Do y'all go into the negatives as well? Is there like a negative one, negative? Oh no, because it'd be one north, one south. Oh, okay. Look at y'all being smart out there. Huh. Good shit. Wait a minute. So what's gonna be the center point? Is point zero gonna be like the fucking the Mormon fucking church that y'all have out there? Yeah, it's like that, said Zane. All right, cool. I was raised super Mormon, but didn't practice. Oh, but don't practice anymore. I am celebrate though. You mean celibate or celebrate? I'm a little bit confused on that one. And if you mean celibate, we need to fix that. You know, I got something for you. I'm just bullshitting, or am I? But no, I mean, hey, congratulations. That's what's up, yo. The thing about the Mormons I trip out on is like the ones that I've run into out here in San Antonio, they're always the kids on the bikes with the white shirts and black pants and shit, and they're always like super cool, like super nice. I guess they're doing their mission type deal, and I don't ever disrespect them or anything like that. Like when they come knocking on my door, I know there's a lot of people that don't like that. I don't mind it because I know that they're out there doing what they got to do or what it's part of their practice to do. And I don't like being rude to people simply because I don't like it when people are rude to me. So I fucking knew it. The Mormon temple is the center point. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Called it. All right, so hold on. My eyesight isn't as good as it used to be. So it says celebrate. Okay. Celebrate. So you are celebrate. What does celebrate mean? Am I missing something? Celebrate though. Celebrate again. Okay. Oh, okay, so let me guess. Autocorrect, right? Autocorrect. It'd be like that sometimes, yo. But you know what's a trip though? Back to the Mormon kids and shit. I like seeing, when they come around and I have a conversation with them. I let them talk. They just seem like really cool kids, just trying to do what they got to do. And for the most part, they've always been really respectful. They never seem to get offended or anything like that. They just seem like all around really cool, nice people. UK, what's going on? UK tapping. Are you in UK right now, or are you here in the States, Coops? How are if you're out in the UK, I heard there's a lot of drama going on over there, man. Yeah, I'm tracking what celibate means. Trust me, Doc. I'm tracking what it means, and I think that maybe I can help you with some of that in getting the non-active out of that celibate portion. So, all right. So you're in the UK right now, bro. What part of the UK are you in? And tell me what's going on over there. I heard there's like riots going on. There's a lot of immigration type rioting, I guess, going on out there. Why is that happening? Yep, everybody white is now far right. How did it lead to that, Coops? Can you tell me how that got to that? Because over here in the States, we're not talking about that, what's going on. And so you're in Hereford, UK. Can you tell me, let us know here, whoever's watching, what's going on out there, Coops? Why is it that everybody's turning far right? Why is there rioting happening out there? Because they're not talking about it here in the States. Because I think it has to do with immigration, right? And immigration is a big deal here right now in the States. So they're definitely not going to let us know what's going on. So let us know, Coops, what's cracking out there. Hey, Gunline, I'll send you a Guam recipe for you to try out. Make a real video. Make it a reel or a video to watch the Guam people gravitate to you. Authentic Guam mentioned anything is like magnet for it. Hey, send it to me, man. Send me you send me a recipe to cook and I got you. I will knock that shit out. I'm not the greatest cook, but I will try it. 3 children got killed in Liverpool by an immigrant. So there's people rioting right now because 3 children got killed in Liverpool by an immigrant. All right, so check it out. Here in the United States, we had the last one I remember hearing about was a student in college that was killed by an immigrant that crossed over. But here's the thing. When you say immigrant, was it a legal immigrant that came into your country or someone that came into your country illegally? Do you guys even see a difference in that out there in the UK? I'm not trying to sound ignorant. Just being very cautious in how I ask because I had no idea. I have no idea how things works out there. You know what I mean? But this has been boiling over for a long time. We've been having migrant coming over in boats. See, interesting. I don't even know about the riots in UK. See, exactly. Doc K is here with me on this. We have no idea about what's going on out there in the UK, outside of the US, because anything that's negative, especially if it has to do with immigration, it's going to be seen to hurt the politics on this end when it comes down to immigration. Illegal foreign nationals, not illegal immigrants. Okay, so illegal foreign nationals, not illegal migrants. So what did that? Okay, so see now that's so what's the difference between illegal foreign nationals and illegal migrants? Wouldn't that be the same? I mean, because to me, I'm just thinking, and I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, Coops. I'm trying to understand. So to me, an illegal foreign national is going to be somebody that's coming to my country illegally from another country, regardless. So if you could just break that down for me as well. I'm not trying to sound like a dick. I'm just trying to be informed, It's called Spam Kelegwin. Bro, no cooking needed. Just mix the ingredients. All right, Zane, email me the ingredients. It's onthegunline@gmail.com. And definitely we'll get into that. All right. All fighting age men housed in hotels giving cash and food. Are you fucking serious? See, shit like this is what's happening here in the States right now, bro. We got people that are coming from another country, whether they want to portray it as if it's just people coming in from Central America, South America, or Mexico. It's not just them. It's people who are coming from different countries of the world, not just in the Americas, but out in Europe, in the Middle East, in Southwest Asia, Southeast Asia. They're coming over here, coming through the border with Mexico because they know it's not being attended as it should be. And they're pretty much doing the same shit. They are the new UN Army. No, what? Word? Okay, so did I miss something here? Have you seen the film Children of Men? It's the future now. I will definitely have to check that out, bro. I've never seen Children of Men. But what's tripping me out is illegal foreign nationals, not illegal immigrants. So the illegal foreign nationals and not illegal immigrants is kind of confusing me. But you're saying they're all fighting age men housed in hotels, given cash and food. Is that because they're part? They say okay, they are the new UNR. S- Hmm. I need to check that movie out. But like Doc K, I am with her on that sentiment of wow, that's amazing because what's happening in here is we have people coming from those other countries and they're bringing their families along as well, and we're sheltering them as well, giving them places to stay, giving them money, giving them resources that could be used for our countrymen. Putting your country first apparently is racist here in this country. So what's that say? Kelligry Pan replacement theory. See, damn, you hitting me with that knowledge I don't get in college, homie. What the heck? I'm gonna have to look all this stuff up. Coops, keep on keeping on telling us, please, dude. How long have these riots been going on, by the way, Coops? When did they begin? And anybody else in the chat, if y'all want to ask Coops, I mean, let's ask him, bro. I mean, what is the deal going on, man? I know that I heard that there were riots going on out there. You know what? Let me try to see if I can pull up some images from out there. Got the great Google shit and the great YouTube. Riots in UK. Damn. So it began about a week or so ago. And it all like I guess so what ended up happening, so the straw that broke the camel's back was these children that were killed by the illegal immigrants, right? And it's not happening every day, so okay. Now, what is it that they're doing then? Are they out there like burning buildings down? Are they out there like lighting structures on fire, fighting against the government? What exactly is it that they're doing versus or to fight the government, to gain the attention of the government? And is it only the white UK nationals, I guess you say, that are fighting against these other race migrants, I guess? I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to word it. I'm not very articulate, I guess you could say. I want to ask things without sounding like an asshole. So basically, I'm saying is, are the motherfuckers that are out there burning shit down and causing these riots, are they the white guys fighting against the migrants that came over, or vice versa? It's mostly peaceful, just a few idiots that think that violence is acceptable. That's what I don't understand. Why do people think that violence is all it's gonna do is just make shit worse for people? Luckily, I mean, I don't get it, man. I never understood. Like in some, I'm not gonna say that there are not cases where violence is needed, but the violence should be targeted to those who are going to be affected by the violence. You bring violence to those that are causing violence, or those that are I don't know. I don't know how to say it. In need of a mind changing, I guess. UK brace for a night of protest. All right, this shit says it's live. Let's see if it's live. So, I mean, it seems they're out there protesting. I don't know if this is live or not. I mean, it says live, but that could be a lie. Oh shit! They do fireworks. Trying to get y'all Fourth of July style. That's a trip. Where is this at? Belfast City. Belfast. Ah, okay. That's Ireland, right? I mean, yeah, you're right about that. Violence will bring in more control and loss to controllers. 100%. 100%. Just look at the U.S. Look at the U.S. They try to go ahead and give us, security, by giving away our freedoms. Nah, homie, that ain't the deal right there. Oh shit, here we go. Hey, what's going on, Kramer? Welcome to the live, baby. Oh shit, here they go. Okay, so yeah, I'm checking out right now. This is supposed to be out in Belfast. That is Ireland, and so Kramer, apparently what's going down is out in Europe right now, in the UK, there's been a lot of protests and riots going on. However, us here in the United States haven't been even seeing this happening because, of course, the U.S. don't care about anything else that's happening outside of us unless there's oil in that land. So, but the homeboy right here, N Coops. Hey, shout out N Coops. Thank you for being on here. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor here on YouTube. Like and subscribe to my channel, big dog. But apparently there was a lot of immigration problems going on, and nobody outside of the UK has been reporting on just talking about this. So Coops told us about it, and we're checking it out right now. Apparently what ended up happening, there were some illegal foreigners that came through, and there was some children that were involved that got killed. And now everyone is starting to protest against this migration that's happening, is what it sounds like to me. So, and apparently, if you say that migration from other countries should be stopped, you're racist. God forbid, you look out for your people. I don't know, man. I think they should just, at this point, fuck it, let them fight. If it's just them, go heads up. These fools, I mean, I don't know if they're throwing fireworks and firecrackers to let them know that they're gonna be like America, and be free, and trying to flex the fireworks. But we all know that in the UK, I guess there is no, they don't have any. I don't know. I guess they don't have weapons. I know that. Oh shit, he called him a fucking wanker. The lock you. I love that fucking Irish accent, not gonna lie. At least their forms of protest and rioting doesn't seem like the ones out here in the US where we burn our own fucking buildings down and we burn our own fucking neighborhoods down, which I never understood. I grew up in South Central Los Angeles, known for the LA riots, where our people decided to burn down the swap meet that was right across the street from where I lived. Oh shit! Oh look, they're getting geared up to go do some shit.
Dozen or so coming up in two right vans. You can see
So Coop, the one that's informing us on this, he's out there in Hereford, UK. So the UK, that's a mixture of countries, right? It's like Scotland, Ireland, and then Great Britain or whatever, right? LOA, that's right. I don't think anything's gonna pop off. Hopefully it doesn't. They keep it civil. But I mean, this is what pisses me off about this country. We're not hearing about this. Nobody's talking about this here in the States. In the States, we're talking about fucking JD Vance being and Tim Walz, who are vice presidents, who honestly, being realistic, why are we wasting our time speaking on them when they're vice presidents candidates? It's retarded to me. Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England is in UK. Okay, gotcha. So where's where you're at, Hereford? Is that in England, in Wales, Scotland, or Northern Ireland? Great Britain is Scotland, Wales, and England only. Oh, see, you're breaking it down, big dog. I'm one of those that had no idea about that. I always knew that Great Britain was that island. It's right there, and that's about it. So these people are here again. They're protesting. How can you tell who's pro-migration and who's anti-migration? Is there a way like they're what's the word I'm looking for? That they're separating themselves in how they're chanting or what they're voicing. In other words, how can you differentiate who's who? In England, near Wales, keeping the Welsh out. You know, I had a soldier who was Welsh, and then whenever I called him English, he's like, "I'm not English, chief. I'm from Wales." Actually, he said he was from Texas because he was born in Texas. Oh, here we go. This guy's talking.
quite literally to take a breather because 500 meters. Moving out. We're going to stay behind this police van so we're protected. Becca!
I can't understand what they're saying. They're saying something off our streets. So, Coop, if you know what they're saying, can you type it out for us?
Ron's commander saying that this is off the scale in terms of resources.
And go figure. Boo! Boo! So apparently it's 2000 out there. That's Greenwich Meridian time, which is out in England or UK. Oh, here we go. So you're gonna tell me you guys are only 2 hours ahead of us? I bet you won't release the dogs on them. Be like Mr. Burns and shit. Release the hounds. So if you're just tapping in right now to the channel and you're wondering what we're doing, we're checking out what's going on out there in England. And hey, let me ask you, Coops, what side are you on? Are you on the side of stopping the immigration, or on the side of allowing the immigration? Like, if you can let us know, what are you on? Let's see. Remember, Northern Ireland had lots of trouble in the past. Okay. And he said, yeah, in England, there was keeping the Welsh out. Okay. Then who was after that? Okay, but when it comes to America and migration, if it does not involve America, our government don't give a damn. Exactly. Remember, Northern Ireland had lots of trouble in the past. Yep. And you say, I'm a white honky. Guess. You know what I never understood? Why people are, well, that came from the Jeffersons where he called them honkies, but I don't know why he called them honkies, though. Did it? Oh, shit. There we go. And is it from the Jeffersons? I don't know. I could just be making shit up. So, but okay, what exactly can you break down for us Americans here that, like myself, need Barney style type of educations? Where were these migrants from that came and killed these kids? Where were they from? And exactly like what was the motive for the killing? You know, I mean, I don't get it. Like over here, it was a female who she was like in school in college or something like that, and she got killed by, I think, a Venezuelan, I want to say. So it's a trip how they just break shit down to make people just hate other people even more. But I don't know. I'm on the fence on this one sometimes when it comes down to immigration, because my parents came here illegally. Well, they came here legally, but they stayed illegally. And with that, you know, they were able to fix their papers later on through my brother, who was the anchor baby. And then I came along. So I don't know. It just trips me out. Like, you know, how, oh shit, what the fuck's going on here? Raggy. Anyway, so it's kind of hard for me to, like, you know, when it comes down to immigration, I wish that there was a way. So here's my thoughts on immigration and how we could fix it here in the United States. All right. And they put my hat on because my hair is getting all fucking wild. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Northern Ireland is its own country, right? Coops, let us know, please. I have absolutely no idea. I'm a little reluctant to give you info as a lot of people are being targeted online for telling the truth. Okay, I got you. Hey, not a problem, brother. I don't blame you, and it's not a problem. You know, I don't want to get anybody in trouble or anything like that. All I am is a dumbass with a mic. You know what I mean? I just like to have I like to just, you know, learn and educate if I can to the other folks that are around here. I don't try to convince anybody about my points of view, specifically because, you know, that's not my job. My job is just to talk about what's here and let others make up their own minds. You know what I mean? But I want everybody to hear the story of what's going on. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just how I roll. Like I always tell people, like when you're debating somebody, your job is not to try to convince the other person that you're debating. Your job is to try to give your point of view so that the people that are watching you to debate make up their mind if they're on the fence on things. You know what I mean? I don't know, but that's just me. So let's see. That's understandable, Coops. Yeah, 100%. You know, protect yourself all the time. All the time. The UK has quickly slipped into a fascist country. That's crazy. You know, I hear that term turned around, thrown out so much, like fascist, communist, socialist. Anything that has an ist on it, I think is bad. But it's also something that's probably been happening slowly but surely. And it's hard for, I guess, people in the UK to actually even try to protect themselves from becoming, or not, I mean, from being able to avoid being targeted or protecting themselves due to the fact that they have no way to protect themselves from a tyrannical government. How, like we do in the US, where we have the Second Amendment, where everybody's always talking about, you know, abolish it or do something with the Second Amendment. But here's the thing about the Second Amendment, man, why it's so beautiful. It's there to help us protect ourselves against a fascist, no, not a fascist, but a tyrannical government. Oh, but like you're gonna really be able to do that with just you know, AKs and AR-15? Yeah, you can. You can. You know what? I'll tell you. Look what we try to do out in Afghanistan. All right, and they've been able to protect themselves from multiple invasions and incursions from multiple countries, like us. So if we couldn't do it, against them, and they had primitive fucking weaponry. You think that the U.S. can't do it? We can do it. Zane Cruz said, is it the Irish or Scottish that can speak Celtic? Have absolutely no idea. I think a Celtic, isn't that Scottish though? No, I'm wrong. Celtic is the Irish, right? Because yeah, because the motherfucking Massachusetts, right? The Boston Celtics, and Boston is all Irish motherfuckers. We live in a corpocracy controlled by global. Oh, dude, that's everybody in the world nowadays. Though, if you think about it, everybody is corporately owned. You know. Yeah, but also sometimes the pen is mightier than the sword. If us as human race can show these leaders that we can all understand each other, then maybe they'll stop the political bullshit. Yeah, the problem with that though is getting all these corporations. They know how to fucking not dumb us down, but they know how to keep us out of the loop with everything. They know what it is needed in order to divide us. Like Coop said right here in the corpocracy, all these corporations know how to fucking keep us divided by controlling the media. By controlling the media, they know how to keep us divided. Think about it. What better way to keep people separated and segregated than by antagonizing, by antagonizing one group with another, and just fucking constantly feeding shit that the others are against all the time. You know, all you're gonna do is just, I don't know. Oh, solid. So it's like everyone got together, but the British. Yeah, for real. Divide and conquer. 100%. Coops, divide and fucking conquer. That's the easiest way to go ahead and take over a fucking nation, right? Is to go ahead and divide and conquer. I always said that if I was China, if I was going to invade the U.S., and I thought about this I could go back in my podcast. I started this podcast in 2000, and I was talking to one of my homies, and I said if I was to invade the U.S., the way I would do it, it wouldn't be with boots on ground. It would be with technology. What do I mean? Check it out. You got Facebook, right? Through social media, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, you have Snapchat, you have fucking X now, you have TikTok, right? So my thought, the best way to fucking take over a country would be to go ahead and just start like TikTok is doing. TikTok has a way of getting the algorithm to have people fight amongst each other, man, over the stupidest shit. I'll give it to you military wide right now. Just in the military itself, we have arguments in Mil Talk in the military community where we argue about motherfuckers wearing beards, about soldiers and their appearances, okay, about political affiliations, about transitioning and gay stuff, right? All this shit is being fed down our fucking algorithms that makes us argue all the time and fight to the point where it almost seems like we're going to have a fucking civil war here, which at this time right now is just rhetoric. People just talking shit, right? But there's some truth underlying all that. I believe there's going to be people out there. What do they make you argue over? Black over white. You know what? There's Latinos out there too. There's brown folks. But here's the thing. They're going to pick the ones that are always fucking at each other's throats. Raza, we don't really get into other people's business, but we are very tribalistic. And that's the problem that we have within our own community is this tribalism. But that's just me speaking on my own mind, speaking out of my ass. The caffeine starting to kick in. So what am I getting at? Keep fucking infiltrating the fucking social medias. Keep dividing the U.S. between fucking economy, not just the economy, by race, not just by race, by religion, not just by religion, by any means that'll separate people, cause separations. Is going to break them into different factions, different groups. What's going to happen then? Someone eventually is going to fucking pop it off. It's just going to pop off, y'all. And what would I do as a foreign government, a foreign country, after I cause this little by little? Look, here's the thing. Drop by drop of water, you'll eventually drill a hole into a solid fucking rock. All right. That's what's basically happening with the fucking algorithms of TikTok and all the other shit, social media, by separating us. What ends up happening is it's gonna pop off, and then what I'll do is I as a government will be like, hey, I'll back y'all up and give y'all more arms to overthrow your government in loot, but in return, I want some of this. You see what I'm saying? So next thing we know, let's say we'll have a foreign government like China jump in and be like, hey, I'll support you motherfuckers. You just got to topple them down and give me some of your land, per se. And then they just take over little by little, dog. We are already in debt to fucking China. I mean, I don't know how many cents out of every dollar that we borrow from China we got to pay back. But anyways, I'm getting in my own mind. My bad, y'all. Can you imagine someone parachuting into deep South Central during a gang war? Red Dawn won't have nothing on that. The unity would be real once people realize what's going on. Bro, first of all, a motherfucker parachuting into South Central, I don't know if he would make it all the way down, because motherfuckers will see him. At least back when I was growing up, we would start shooting that motherfucker like to see, just out of shits and giggles. Or start shooting BB guns. Now, let's say if we knew it was like some kind of militaristic action, yeah, homeboy wouldn't make it down alive, or whoever tried to, it wouldn't make it down alive. As far as like during a gang war, bro, it's when I was growing. I can't talk about now. I don't know how it is now out there, but in South Central, it was a constant gang war. I grew up in South Central during the 80s and the 90s. I left South Central in 2001, February 2001 to be exact, is when I left LA. So it was crazy back then. Not to sound disrespectful, they use border tension policies to separate Hispanic and Latin America and divide America amongst its views. Bro, the funniest thing that you mentioned on that, Kramer, I'll tell you this. Within the Latin American culture, Hispanic American culture, whatever you want to call it, just don't call it Latinx. I hate that fucking word. We have enough separation within ourselves, all right? You go talk to a Mexican and tell them and ask them how they feel about Salvadorans. Talk to a Salvadoran, ask them how they feel about fucking Mexicans. Talk to a Mexican, ask them how they feel about Puerto Ricans. Ask a Puerto Rican and ask them how they feel about Mexicans, about Dominicans, about Cubans. You're gonna find that we are constantly talking shit to each other. You know, it's a trip. It's just a fucking trip that within our own community there's tribalism, and that's just. It's all it is. At the end of the day, it's just tribalism. You know, I could do better shit better than you can. I'm better than you are. It's stupid to me. It's really stupid to me. How did you survive in LA? Hats off to you. Born and raised in it, man. Born and raised in LA. And it's a trip. I tell people, like, outside of my little neck of the woods in South Central, I didn't know much about America. I never knew that there was a such thing as poor white people. You know, I never knew that there was I never knew that there were other struggles other than what was around my neighborhood. I have seen the film A Songbird. I'd never heard of that one. I have seen the film Songbird. I never heard of that one. But have you ever seen Menace to Society? Or the movie Colors, or the movie South Central? That's all based around where I grew up in my neck of the woods. Like, for example, Menace to Society was filmed in Jordan Downs. That was like right up the street from where I lived at, literally. So all that stuff, yeah, it went down like that in the 90s. It was pretty much on like that. American History X. American History X. I remember that movie. That movie actually gave a bad name to skinheads. I know I'm gonna sound like, what the hell am I talking about right now? But yeah, that movie, it kept on making it seem like skinheads are all about racism, and I have to say something about that. Fucking skinheads, for those that don't know, the original skinheads come from the UK, where Coops is from, and they had nothing to do with racism. It had all to do with working class. All right, it has all to do with the working class people, and skinheads didn't become racist. What they call boneheads. The real skinheads call the racist skinheads boneheads, and so the real skinheads, the traditional skins, they weren't about racism. They were about working class folk. And actually, they ended up integrating a lot with the Jamaican Rude Boys, and a big love of music comes, and the influence comes from the Jamaicans, from the reggae. But it wasn't reggae specifically; it was actually ska. So, so you could talk about Desmond Decker. That's the king of the ska right there. And it all comes from the UK. It didn't get racist until I want to say in like 69, 70-ish around there, where you had the Pakistanis that were coming into England or to the UK, I guess it's called. And what ended up happening was, those neo-Nazi types started looking, hello, titties. Those Nazi types started coming in and infiltrating the youth that were skinheads in the skinhead subculture and convincing some of them to go towards their political leanings. And then that turned into a whole neo-Nazi thing, which then migrated to America, and you lost the whole traditionalness on skinheads. So shout out to the real skins out there, the real skinheads. I'm an honorary skinhead myself. Yeah, I'm throwing that out there. Shout out to the Ready to Die crew. Shout out to the Chicago skinhead scene. Nothing but love for them. The real traditional skins, not the fucking boneheads. So let's see. On Hoover, Deuce. Oh, hell yeah, dog. Deuce, Deuce. That's from South Central. That movie was fucking retarded to me. But it was funny. Let's see. Songbird is a 2020 American dystopian science fiction thriller film based on COVID-19 pandemic. Oh, you mean that COVID-19 thing that that to me I think was generated in order to go ahead and bring down certain political views. Skinheads were because the conservative government trashed out the economy. They had nothing else to do. Skinheads, but they did start off back in the 60s actually with the skins. And they started with the what were these motherfuckers called, bro? Mods. The mods were when to become fucking skinheads. They again integrated with the motherfucking working class folks wearing their motherfucking Fred Perrys, and yeah. Shout out to I got a lot of knowledge regarding the skinheads because my best friend, who I will claim him as my best friend now, if he ever watches this, you know who you are, happens to be a fucking, let's just say, oi, 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 all about that shit, So I got a lot of love for the traditional skins that are all about working class. I've seen Hispanic, skins. I heard of a Korean skin, black skins. Again, working class, y'all, working class. Had nothing to do with fucking racism. Government trashed the economy. Had nothing to do to do. Facts, Coop. Facts. So, anyways, what else is going on out there, my peoples? I've been on here for 2 hours already. Oh shit. Hey, check this out. I think I've been on here long enough. I appreciate all you fellas that were out here hanging with me, man. Coops, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, brother. I'd hope to have you. I'd love to have more conversation with you, man. I'd love to have more conversation with you and keep us up to date on what's going out there in England and the UK. Hey, so was the curb stomp a real thing for the skins in Cali? I think a curb stomp is a real thing for everybody, dog. You ever heard about motherfucker being curb stomped? I mean, it be like that, dog. I mean, it'd be like that. Counterculture came from Tavistock Institute, mods, rockers, skinheads, etc. Dude, you know what's one of my favorite movies with the mods and the rockers was fucking or the skins and the rockers. What was it? What was that movie called? Fuck. I can't remember the name of the movie right now. But a lot of fucking a lot of good movies that had to do with skins. Am I gonna go live tomorrow? I don't know, dog. I mean, I just go live when I go live, I guess. I can start doing it a daily thing. I mean, Cruz, should I? Should I start doing lives? I'm down with it. I don't have anything else to do. So tomorrow's what, Monday? Oh, shit, I'm lying. I can do tomorrow live after I drop the kids off at school. Tomorrow's the first day of school. I'm not looking forward to that, y'all. I'm not looking forward to that. These kids got to get in bed early. Ugh. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. So with that said, we'll do Brother from Another Mother. Hey, Shout out to you, Coops, man. I hope everything stays safe out there, man, in the UK. Please let us know what's going on out there. Hit me up. If you guys ever want to be a guest here at the podcast, go live with me. Hit me up on the gunline@gmail.com. I'll shoot you the link, and then from there we could go live together on here, man. Let's keep growing this channel. Let's keep doing what we do, and let's have a good evening, had a good weekend, and have a good night. With that said, I'm going to call it a night here with y'all, and let's see. One more came in. Hey, I look forward to the lives. I set notifications to all for a reason. Hey, I appreciate that, Cruz. I appreciate that. And I will check out the freaking ingredients needed to make some food because I like flavor in my life, man. And y'all keep it real, keep it straight, keep it easy. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Deuces, y'all.